Over to next to Judy. Hello everyone, I'm Liz Courts. I'm the community manager here at Paizo.
Hello, I'm Judy Bauer. I'm one of the senior editors. My goodness.
You promoted yourself.
I know.
Hi, I'm Tonya Woldridge. I am the organized play coordinator for Pathfinder Society.
Ooh, and our GM has arrived.
Excellent.
Yay!
Who, sir, are you?
Have all of you done your introductions already?
We have.
Yes.
Fantastic. My name is John Compton. I'm the Pathfinder Society lead developer. And today we're going to be running one of my favorite scenarios from Season 6, which is actually part of our Humble Bundle. It is called the Overflow Archives, written by Scott Sharplin.
I hear it's moist.
That is one way of describing it. It is also exciting and all that, but if that's the verb you want to walk away with and you're still having a good time,
Right.
That's fantastic. Because we're running something that's very close to a Pathfinder Society game, and we have only 3 players right now, I'm also bringing in a 4th pre-generated character. We have Sione today, and I'm going to need some help running this character, so that's why we have our Twitch channel. So whenever it's time for Sione's turn, I might turn to you guys and see what Wes can read up on our live feed, and give us some ideas of what she might do, even if that just means that she is going to ineffectually run up and punch a guy.
Oh god.
In addition to all this, in the next hour, we're going to be giving away a copy of Pathfinder RPG Occult Adventures for anybody in chat. I'll be having details on how you can win this at the end of the entire session here. Tanya's also another thing that we're going to be giving away, and I'm going to leave it to her to tell you all about it.
This is one of our 2 new charity boons, since we are supporting our charity Extra Life today. It is the Thane Guard Mantle. And if you win this, you can put it with your Pathfinder Society character, and it gives you some bonuses to based on Baba Yaga and some Irisen War history. There's a big, huge mucking text. I'm not going to read it all.
It's like, it's all text.
It's all text.
And it's all
but
great.
At this point in time, there are only 2 of these, this one and one other one, that are out in circulation. So, rare boon.
Alright, so we have Sione the Sorcerer being played by our Twitch channel. So
That's
what
right.
what is everybody else playing?
Lem, the Bard.
No, Merciel the Rogue.
And I am going to try to keep these fools in line, and I'll be playing Sela the Paladin.
Okay.
A word
All
from
right.
our...
Okay. Quick update. Hi, everybody. I am Eric Mona, Publisher and Chief Creative Officer here at Paizo. I wanted to jump in and thank you so much for all your support. We've got a huge number of people watching this thing right now, and even more people have been jumping on to the Humble Bundle to pick up some Pathfinder PDFs, to support charity, and we really do appreciate that. We've sold about 1,900 bundles so far, probably 1,920 by the time I moved over here. And so periodically through the game, John, as our GM, will be issuing some challenges, and he can modify things during the game based on how we're doing on selling the Humble Bundles. So just to remind everybody, in case you are tuning in recently, we are going to be gaming here all day at the Paizo offices with different groups of people rotating in roughly every 2 hours. So throughout the day, we're going to be raising money for charity, and it's through Humble Bundle. You can do, basically, Humble Bundle is got a number of different tiers that you can offer your support, so I want to go over those briefly for you. If you support Humble Bundle with $1 or more, you will get a nice pack of starter stuff of PDFs for Pathfinder. So that would include the core rulebook, the game mastery guide, the beginner box, the player character folio, the advanced class guide, the GM screen, and In Hell's Bright Shadow, which is the first adventure in the Hell's Rebels adventure path, where you're playing rebels against the diabolical empire of Cheliax. If you beat the average, which I think right now the average is about $15, if you beat the average, you will get the Inner Sea World Guide, you'll get the Strategy Guide, you'll get the Pathfinder RPG Bestiary, the all-important Pathfinder RPG Bestiary. It's got 350 monsters in it. You'll also get Ultimate Equipment, more than 400 pages of magic items, gear for your adventurers. You'll get PFS, Pathfinder Society Scenario 7-01, Between the Lines. You'll get Turn of the Torrent, which is the second Hell's Rebels Adventure Path Adventure, and you'll get the Advanced Player's Guide, probably our most popular player-focused hardcover rulebook to date. If you beat the average plus $15, you'll get what we're calling the Ultimate Package. You'll get Ultimate Magic, you'll get Ultimate Campaign, you'll get Ultimate Combat, you'll get Bestiary 2, another 300 plus monsters. You'll get Dance of the Damned, the third adventure in the Hell's Rebels Adventure Path. You'll get the Inner Sea Poster Map Folio, a gigantic map of the world of Pathfinder, and you'll get what I'm really excited about and what we thank John and the PFS team for. You will get a packet of 23 Pathfinder Society scenarios. That's 23 different adventures that you can run for a variety of levels. You can use that as part of the Pathfinder Society organized play program. You could use it just as a bunch of one-off adventures for your own campaign. 23 adventures. That's beating the average plus $15. Everything I've talked about so far are digital books. That's 43 digital files that you'll get as part of this Humble Bundle. If you want to get into the realm of the physical, you can beat the average plus 25, and Paizo will send you a physical copy of the Pathfinder Beginner Box. It's not just the perfect way to get involved in Pathfinder, but it's a perfect way to get started with tabletop RPGs in general. It's got a set of polyhedral dice, it's got character pawns, it's got a flip mat. It gives you pretty much everything you need to start the hobby of tabletop RPGs. And we will send that to you for a $25 beat the average. You will have to cover the shipping, but we will give you that. It's usually $39.99 for $25. Now, I should point out that the Paizo servers are doing their best to handle the pressure of all of the support that you guys have shown this program. So if you pop on to redeem your code on Paizo.com and it's giving you a little bit of trouble, just give it a few minutes or come back in an hour or something like that.
Try back later.
Yeah, try back later. It will be fixed. It's just we're getting absolutely slammed right now, which is super, super great. But, you know, involves a little bit of an annoyance of having to wait a little bit as well. So please do be patient with us. I'm going to turn over to John Compton now, and he will start running these guys through Pathfinder Society Adventure. We'll check in with you in a couple of hours. Thank you so much for joining us on this inaugural broadcast of the official Paizo Twitch channel. And let's get started gaming. Thanks a lot, guys.
Fantastic. All right, so we are in the Grand Lodge in Absalom, and as Pathfinders, no doubt, a bunch of you guys have met the Master of Scrolls, Creighton Shane, several times. Yes. His wonderful art brought to you by Pathfinder Society face cards. You normally think of him as being a rather jovial individual. He's a bit, shall we say, eccentric. Like, you know, him dyeing his hair blue only to see if gravity works would be a standard sort of operation. And he is also here with Zardadralneen, and an individual who is yet to be identified. And Creighton Shane seemed uncharacteristically peeved. I have no love of puns, he says, yet it cannot go unremarked that the Overflow archives have begun living up to their reputation. He gestures across the library's stone floor to a set of shut double doors, from beneath which water steadily seeps. He is only one of the midnight visitors here with you. One of them is Zardadralneen, and the other one is a young Pathfinder of sorts who is utterly drenched. All three start speaking at once before Master Shane raises his arms and shouts, "Magical shenanigans in the archives are prohibited, especially this close to the Grand Convocation." Let's prioritize then, says Zardadralneen. Are any of the artifacts within the vault within danger? How should I know? This delinquent initiate, what was your name? Wormel? Vermal, sir? Vermal, fine. Vermal says he sneaked into the archive, and then presumably he thought the holdings would be harmless. Then Vermal, in his naivete, triggered some sort of sleeping curse, shall we say. So yes, thanks to Vermal here, I'd say that the archives and the vaults continue to flood, threatening all of the books therein. Miserably, Vermal holds up a couple of scraps of paper. I salvaged a few, sir. Shane just sighs and leads Vermal over to these stairs over here. We're currently in this room over here. And says, look, go ahead and start making copies of them, dry copies, and we'll get it all sorted out. The rest of you. Yes, you.
Oh, good, not copying books.
Good, no. I have something far less menial and pointless for you to do. No, don't you slack off, though. It's important work. Okay, I need you to wade in there and plumb the depths of whatever is causing this deluge and put a stop to it. I'm going to have to go upstairs and explain this to my colleagues and organize the cleanup. And Zarda, what are you even doing here, Drowning? And Zarda just smirks and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, Creighton. Unlike you, I love a good pun." And they start to separate off. If there's anybody you wanted to snag, though, if you had any questions.
I do have a really quick question before
yes.
we go into the archives to figure out what's going on here. Will the Pathfinder Society pay for a cleaning bill?
I thought you'd be doing this out of love of knowledge, and Zarda just...
Love of knowledge does not keep this armor clean.
Oh, Creighton Shane, I'm sure that it's totally reasonable that there's no reason to compensate these fine Pathfinders who came here of their own free will and did so at such a late hour. Oh, yes, I'm sure that would be fine by everyone. And Creighton just embarrassed for a moment, was like, fine, then you can keep the magic items you find. Is that going to make you happy?
Certainly, I will be sure to tithe appropriately to the church.
Fair enough, yes.
Question?
Yeah,
How high
yes.
is the water?
Oh, good point.
That's unknown right now. It's high enough to start flooding over the top of the little stairs below, but it's just a slight dip. It should only be a foot or two deep right now.
You should probably bring your chest waders. We should bring hip waders.
Yeah, I will.
Because I don't think any of us can breathe water.
No.
Just
not
for
so
the
much.
record.
Probably true. Yes, that sounds about right.
Can we?
Well, speaking as a fellow elf, I'd say no, but
So bad at subtext.
No.
not as bad as Creighton Shane is.
So we're going into
I can make you laugh while you drown.
Like, let's not do that. I need air.
You first, Jordy.
I think I will be first.
Well, I did recover a couple. Are you still here? I just wanted to hand off the things that I had found.
Oh yes, you come over here. Let's chat.
I was thinking that. I'd found this thing. Give me that. It seems to be some sort of piece from The Name of the Fox. It's a Vrisian poem, just in Sylvan script, doggerel sort of stuff. Rather crude, but
Perhaps the bard would know anything about this particular script.
perhaps.
It's a poem.
Oh, well, very good. And actually, since I know that the rest of you have the benefit of being able to read this, Tonya, could you tell us a little bit about what that says?
I can. May the winner wear gold while the loser eats crow, knowing nothing save that which we be not to know. Cross was the owl at the albatross, for catching the bulk of the fish. So the owl cast deeper, awaking a sleeper, who made of both feathers one dish.
It's never a bad thing when the sleeper awakens.
No,
right?
no,
Never.
of course not.
No.
Okay.
So far, I've seen no
that's
reason to think that there's a terrible sleeper, but
Well,
odds are not exactly in our favor.
Okay.
Either way, I trust that you'll be able to sort this stuff out.
So we got food.
Oh, food. I like
Food. Fish.
fish.
Something about fish.
Or penguins. Anything else that you wanted to ask about?
What is your name? Vermal. Okay, Vermal. You write that down. Vermal. So, how did this happen? Can you explain the steps that went into why we're suddenly, looking at water?
Yes. Well, see, I was in there on a bit of a dare, and I picked up just a small scroll. It had a bit of a poem about birds and fish, and when I read it out loud, it flew into pieces, and I had the briefest glimpse of a very handsome man before, sploosh, I was washed out here.
So, did they not cover in your Pathfinder 101 class not to read anything out loud?
We did.
I never
They
read anything
technically
anyway.
did. We did.
Yeah. Okay. Just checking. Just want to make sure that was clear.
Man, fish.
So this handsome man.
Yes. Oh,
do tell about the handsome man.
Priorities. He had a shock of red hair, and he was the finest sort of jib to his cut. Yes, he was very handsome.
Would you say he was very dash cunning?
Yes, I would say very dashing and cunning, and just everything wonderful.
Tall?
Tall enough, I suppose.
Everybody's
Human?
tall to you, though.
Yes, tall to me. I'm human.
Well, tall
That's
to the halfling.
to the halfling. Yes.
Yes.
Well, I wasn't going to bring that.
Yes, I made a short joke. Sorry.
The first of many.
Oh, I'm going for that later.
But yeah, so seems that all this water stuff basically happened the moment he read the poem, and it split into pieces.
Well, so perhaps we need to find the pieces of this, then read it again,
Stitch it together.
stitch it together.
Could be that too.
Read it backwards.
Read it
Burn it.
backwards. Burn
The best thing to do on camera.
yes, burn it. I think I have. Does anybody have a lighter?
Only in game.
Oh, only in game. Yeah, burning a magical scroll after. Don't know how well that's gonna work.
Well, while you are puzzling out some of this, Zardradronine sidles up to her halfling friend, who apparently is part of the good faction.
Hi.
Oh,
Yes.
Lem, you've always done such wonderful work for me, and I've been truly appreciative over, what's it been now, 3 levels of experience? And the Dark Archives, by the good graces of the Decemvirate, has allowed me and us, really, to be founding the Dark Archive, which keeps track of all these terrible, terrible artifacts that are within here that,
Do I
honestly,
need to go in the corner?
they don't know. Honestly, they don't know how to handle. Only good people like us can. So I'm trusting you as one of my agents to make us look good.
Okay.
Because this is really our first time dealing with a catastrophe like this.
Ears
And
directional
I
hearing.
believe that you're going to be the one who really makes us shine. Now, I was speaking of terrible artifacts. I think that Creighton Shane keeps something a little bit especially dangerous down there called the Darklands Precepts. It's a book, you see, and I just don't think he knows how to handle this sort of thing. So bring it to the experts,
We need it.
and we'll take care of it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Thank you. Oh, I knew I could trust you. You're wonderful.
Gotcha. He'll whip out his notebook and make a note.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so you have some leaking doors ahead of you, and basically, Vermal is heading up these stairs over here to the scriptorium. Zardradronine and Creighton Shane are going to head through these doors back to where it's dry, and they can head off to take care of their own business.
Hey,
Exactly.
Vermal.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the water, was it clear or was it murky or was it like sewage?
It seemed clean enough.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what it's like now.
Oh.
It
yeah,
has
fair enough.
had several, or possibly as much as an hour at this point, to steep in the leather bindings of a library. So you may be trudging through
Books.
pen and tea,
Oh, those poor books.
Magic soup.
pretty much.
Yummy.
Let's get in there.
Yeah, let's figure out what's going on
Okay.
here.
Go ahead
I'm
and put
ready.
yourselves on the map, and Sione will be joining you, of course, as our sorcerer in residence.
All right.
Tall people.
All right. Who's got what vision, and what kind of lighting can we expect in the?
Sione will
Cast
put light on her staff unless you prefer it on your shield.
I prefer it on my shield.
It's on
actually.
your shield.
Excellent.
I have low light vision.
All right. I have human suck vision, so let's proceed forward.
So we'll put you in front.
Yes, with
Fantastic.
my lit shield.
You should be in front so you can see better.
All right.
So I can swim better.
So, opening up the doors, a little bit more water trickles in, but it seems that basically the pool has filled up to the level of your current room.
Okay.
And it opens up into what I can best describe as a damp catastrophe. The entire library here has been turned into something of a lake. You'll see some columns. There are overturned bookshelves, which honestly a foot of water should not be able to do. Some of them have been pushed to the side. There is a balcony area up here, and there's a set of stairs that basically are on top of a bit of a raised area, so it's not completely flooding. And it seems they go both down as well as up to this other level.
Okay.
And floating across in a bookshelf that has been emptied of its books and turned into something of a canoe is this little pair of roughly Lem-sized individuals with wings. One has a bird's head, a seagull, an albatross, and the other one, that of an owl. And they seem to have fishing poles as they are casting them into this tiny little library lake.
What that poem said?
The owl cast deeper. Oh, there.
That is an owl.
Yes, indeed. Here, I will even put a little
Owl-
owl
Albatross? Is
and
that
our-
an albatross?
Albatross.
owl.
Yeah.
Albatross.
Albatross.
Oh no, the ACG strikes again.
Oh no.
Alrighty. Yeah, so they're just sitting off of this little this library pontoon, this bibliographic pontoon. There we go.
Bibliographic pontoon. All right. Well,
And they seem to be squabbling, and it's just like, no, I chose the bestest fishing spot. You took it away from me. And can actually get perception checks from
oh
you
dear.
guys. Ooh, maybe we can see a little bit more about these guys.
Perception. Oh dear. Where am I? Not.
Oh,
I
I
had
see.
one a dice that rolled high.
And so Sione has a 14.
I have a 13.
13.
15.
15. Okay.
Less than 5.
So Sela, with her stunning paladin vision, which never fails to spot everything that is good in this world, can see that,
Evil.
can see that in addition to the fishing poles, the owl has a spear propped up next to him, and skewered on it is another scrap of parchment.
Oh.
And again, they're squabbling over who has the bestest fishing spot and who stole away the bestest fish.
Lem.
Yes.
My good fellow.
Yeah.
That creature? That
Yeah,
owl,
yeah,
that
yeah,
owl
yeah.
creature appears to have a piece of one of these parchment on its spear.
Ah.
We should perhaps negotiate with them to release it.
Oi, you!
Ah!
Over there!
Ah, you're going to scare them all away! What are we doing?
Oi, you! Could you give a fellow a lift?
A lift? Oh, yeah. Oh, anything for you, short stuff? Don't you have wings? They start paddling on over.
Unfortunately, I'm lacking in that department.
Our campaign service award will be our boat
boat?
today.
A boat, all right.
So they paddle on over. Oh, wow, where'd you come from?
Out there.
That way.
Boom.
Oh, we've never been out there. We've been looking for all the bestest fish. You see, there aren't any fish out there because it's all dry land. All dry land, yeah. But in the water here, there's plenty of fish, except they've lost it all. Oh, wait, hang on. Shh. We don't want to awaken the sleeper, though. You see, otherwise he might eat us. Yeah, he's going to eat us all up. It's going to be terrible. What brings you to this part of the lake?
We're looking for things.
Things? Like fish?
Fish.
Because it's
Fish
ours,
are
you
good.
understand?
No, you can have the fish.
Oh, good, because
We would be
it's been
happy.
so
We
long.
would be happy to help you fish. However, we are down here for a purpose. We're looking for more pieces of this. Looks like this was torn, and it appears that you might have one.
The owl just takes a spear and quickly, tops it behind his back and spreads his wings. Never seen anything like it.
Uh-huh.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, but you're trying to fish without waking the sleeper.
Oh, yes, we don't want to wake that. That would be bad.
Could we trade you for another fish?
You have another fish?
I have
Wait,
trail
but I thought
rations.
we were all fished out. Yes, they stole the bestest fishing spot.
Someone's got a book, right?
Someone's got a
Seriously?
book in a library?
Okay, where will we get a book in the library?
We need a book on fish.
Well, I mean, honestly, you're Pathfinder, so there is the possibility that
we might have picked up a tome for some light reading.
there's the possibility that you'd even have fish on you, for all I know.
Well, I do have trail rations. Do you have any dried salmon?
No one wants
Oh,
lutefisk.
maybe that. Yes, the lutefisk of negotiation.
Absolutely.
No, lutefisk is not suitable for
I will
negotiations.
throw this away for you if you agree to give us the parchment. Okay. So.
I
I'm
look
sure
and
there's
see
some
if
dried something.
look at my trail rations. Perhaps some dried fish.
Okay.
Smoked salmon.
Smoked
We're in
salmon.
the Pacific Northwest, so maybe you have some salmon candy.
Yep, there you go.
Yes.
All right, cool. Their eyes go wide, like.
All right. I would be happy to trade this fish
Yeah.
if you would perhaps give that piece of paper.
Oh.
Please.
We promise not to awaken
The
this.
deal.
Oh, not the Dagger of Trust by Chris Willerick. That's possibly the best trade anybody could ever pull off of one of our shelves in the office. Okay, so, this isn't salmon candy, but it will work. So they're intrigued, but they're looking at each other like, well, it's not really mine to trade. Yes, that's because it's mine. Yours? I was the one who found it. No, I was the one who found it. You're the one who agreed that it would be yours because you never actually talked to me about any of these things.
How about rations for both of you? You don't need to share. One for each.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. I could take both of the rations and give you the parchment. Would that be okay? No! Elbows him.
So how hard would it be to just kind of, while they're bickering, slide in kind of behind and grab that spear?
It's definitely a possibility.
And I am very
Should I
willing
rank-
to throw in a fascinate with it.
Ooh.
To keep them
You are exactly the right level to get two creatures fascinated. Okay, so what is that? Go and give me a perform check for that,
Okay.
shall we say? And what sorts of skills do you want to throw at me, Mauricio?
I guess, probably just stealth. Unless acrobatics would help in some way, just for fun.
Stealth sounds pretty good, seeing as acrobatics probably won't let you dance across the water.
You don't have
Yeah,
water
it's
dancing or
usually-
anything like that.
Ooh.
That's better.
So we have
that's a 28.
so 28 and
26.
and a 26, and you were seeming to
I'll
talk
just keep
nicely to
talking.
them. Do you want to give me a diplomacy check?
I certainly can. That would be a 23. on
Oh
the
my goodness, geez, all sorts of great
With the
checks.
books.
So the way this plays out is, so Mauricio sort of dances around while Lem, are you
comedy.
comedy?
We'll talk puns
Oh.
of fish and candy and
You swear that you can hear Creighton Shane crying 4 rooms over.
No finning around here.
Oh.
We'll just keep swimming.
Okay, so So you're able to keep them distracted as you actually convince them that yes, they want to give you the parchment, and by the time that they're
delicious salmon candy, you don't understand. A very nice old woman smoked it and then put the brown sugar on top, and it is delightful and delicious. And I promise you, it's right here, and you don't know where those fish are at.
Poaching.
Yes, indeed, you have poached some fish, and they're about to agree, and they pull out the spears. Like, okay, well, I guess we'll give you the. Did you give it to them already? No, I thought you gave it to them. Well, we did want to give it to them, so good on us.
Salmon, enjoy. All right, what's that say?
So,
All right.
let's not read this one aloud.
Yes. But for the benefit of our Twitch channel here,
I guess.
yes. As we have heard, the worms got by the bird, who gets up so early at dawnward. But what of the bird who, deceased and interred, becomes food for the worm, worming onward?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Man.
Ooh.
Dead fish.
Ew.
That's the best way to eat them.
I suppose.
Just a little wrinkle.
That's two dead birds.
Two dead birds.
Two dead birds. That's
Hmm.
concern.
Sure.
And a worm.
Sure.
I don't like worms.
Well, that's what you have right now: is an owl, an albatross, a worm, and another bird.
Wait,
Crow.
a worm.
Yeah, the worm.
Yeah, the worm.
Well, yeah, we have the worm. Okay, not in the room currently.
No.
Okay.
No worms here. Only books and terribly drowned bookworms.
And no
That's one
fish.
way to get rid of them.
So what I'm gathering from this poem is that the bird is the word? Is that what I'm gathering?
That might be one of the interpretations.
Bird.
Bird.
Bird is the word.
Okay.
I can't run games for anybody. Okay, and just a little bit more update. There are tons of different books that are floating about, just pages that are forming a deep morass of disappointing literary quagmires.
Some apprentice is going to have a great day. Or a very bad day.
I think I know exactly where he is.
Should we grab him to start scooping out things?
That's his problem.
That's his problem, and we've got bigger
Books.
We have bigger fish to fry.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. So
the knowledge that's being lost in the book.
All right.
Do magic things, probably.
Maybe.
I'm sure
Not
there's
right now.
I am sure there's a spell for
Dry
that.
book spell.
Perhaps an ultimate magic. All right.
If we have
Well,
Aaron's day.
so while you're talking about this, there is a sudden just flushing of toilets sort of sound, almost as though it's partly clogged, and a waterfall of surprise, water just pours over the side of that balcony up here.
Okay.
It sounds almost as though somebody were disgorging it,
Ooh.
rather than it were going through, shall we say, more natural plumbing.
Okay. It's not chunky, is it?
It doesn't. No, the only chunkiness appears to be from the books themselves.
Okay.
Maybe we should go
Something is disgorging
investigate.
something.
And on top of that, we have the stairs that lead both up and down.
All right.
Out of character, I have suspicions.
Do you now?
Dun. All
Okay.
right. I am going to step forward into the room, sloshing and slogging my way. Enjoy the salmon. I'm going to make my way forward and using my shield in front of me to light the path and keep an eye out for it. See with the layer of water on the ground.
Sounds great to me.
All right.
Will you guys give me a lift over to the stairwell there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. 20 for perception. Just to
Oh, 20 for perception.
keep an eye.
So,
I love
Sela, with your amazing paladin vision, you're able to spot a couple of things.
Paladin vision.
I know, paladin vision is apparently the best vision. Normally it's like rolling cleric for initiative, but... Alrighty, so first off, you're able to see that a couple of these books, although they don't have the same appearance as the scroll fragments that you're finding, you can identify that a couple of these are in fact magical scrolls.
Oh.
And what's more, you see that there is, shall we say, a very languid maelstrom of attempted drainage right over here, where it seems that the water is trying to drain through maybe a floor grate, but it's been clogged up with parchment and leather.
Okay. I point out to our fellow sorcerer, whose Sione is going to be our mule.
Oh, poor Sione.
Why don't you grab those scrolls and perhaps let us remove these parchment from that floor grate?
Do we know what's in the level below?
Judging by
No,
the floor
actually.
grate.
I don't. I fear nobody actually asked about that. So we'll be discovering it together.
Oh, right. So, I'm assuming that if it's a floor drain of some kind, it's actual appropriate drainage. But we're going to find out.
So
Pathfinder's historically done appropriate construction.
Great point.
But not our problem.
Nope, not our problem.
Not what we were told.
I fear I'm going to hear that a lot today. Okay.
Let's focus on the mission. And right now, the mission is to at least start getting some of this drained away, and let's not have to fight in, knee-high water, because let's not do that.
Absolutely. Well, Sione is able to discover that the scrolls are the following. We have a scroll of Bull's Strength.
Ooh,
Yeah.
do like.
A scroll of Comprehend Languages.
Also good.
And a scroll of Daylight.
Oh.
Concerns.
And they're probably, again, moist.
They are exceedingly damp, but at least they are in no run ink. They're like right in the rain parchment.
Okay, good.
Let's see if this multi-purpose spell will dry things. Presto.
Presto.
You have to say it like that, don't you? Okay, so yes, Presto indeed does clean up the scrolls.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. Fabulous.
Yeah.
All right.
Roll them up and put them.
Are we going to try and clear that grate and see how...
yeah, if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to stay up here where it's dry.
Fine. All right.
And just kind of
have a listen over here.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to push it aside with my boot.
So listening up here, you can hear a couple different things. First off, down the stairs, you can hear what I'd best describe as almost a sparkling sound. Like if you were to listen to happy Tinkerbell fairies flying around, you might expect one of these sorts of sounds. But upstairs, from this balcony, you can hear sort of a mumbling, somebody mumbling to herself. And there's another waterfall gush. Pardon me. Yes, and you're able to dodge out of that because you're a rogue with evasion. But yes, there seems to be somebody upstairs, and there seems to be something light and airy flying around downstairs.
So, I mean, if there's a foot of water in here, is the water just kind of pouring down?
Well, that's what I mentioned with the staircase being raised up a little bit. It actually has something of a
I see.
lip, which is preventing all of this water from just flooding down.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Good times. I'm clearing the drain, apparently.
Okay, so you clear out the drain, and it begins, draining quite nicely, and the level of water in the room is noisily dissipating.
Alright.
So someone...
Apparently I found the holy plunder.
Belching seems to be coming from upstairs.
Okay.
So if we stop the belching upstairs, then we can drain the room.
Oh,
Right.
be careful! That's the sleeper!
Oh.
What is the sleeper?
Oh, she's all sorts of big and crazy. Oh, she once actually ate us. Yeah, she ate us. But that was before, and now she's going to eat us again.
Well,
At least we think so.
You seem alright.
Well,
Did
yes.
you spit you back out? Did you cut your way out?
Actually, can I get a knowledge nature from anybody here?
Nope.
Glenn, can you help us out here?
I can do bardic knowledge.
You sure can.
That's about the best I got. Oh.
Too busy robbing people.
Not
To...
Would you like to hear about the good word of Iomade? No.
as her hand is deep in somebody's pocket.
No.
Yes.
Sure.
11.
11.
Oh, your sword.
Okay.
That's mine.
So with 11, you're able to remember that, like, fey creatures and first world creatures tend to have this thing where they don't truly die. They just get mildly inconvenienced for a while before being remade. So, like, fey think nothing of shooting each other because they'll just be back tomorrow. It's a learning experience. It's kind of one of those gnome things.
Oh, that explains a lot
Oh dear.
about gnomes.
Also, yes.
About all of them.
Yes, all
Kind of
gnomes.
peer at my two feathered friends a little bit closer.
That does kind of make it sound like they might think it's hilarious to kill us.
Yeah.
Just
Absolutely hilarious. I would laugh at least.
Full on
No.
giggles here.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
by the way, there's
Would you drop me off over there? Please.
Yeah, absolutely. So they will go ahead and
Okay.
take it.
Okay.
So yeah, where would you guys like to go?
I'm gonna make my way. I don't want. Surely I should be in front as the paladin.
By all
Would you like to
means.
lead upstairs or down?
I would like to lead upstairs. Let's go talk with the sleeper.
Okay.
Perhaps she needs another nap.
What does the sleeper look like?
She's the biggest fish of them all.
Is she a whale?
In fact, as you get up there,
trying to
Sela,
spear the sleeper?
No, they're trying to spear the fish.
they're trying to get the bestest fish.
Bestest
But
fish.
they got the
This would be the equivalent of going after a shark. In fact, as you get up there, Sela, you're able to see that this is a multi-hued, shall we say, horse-sized blowfish that has multiple lionfish-like spines, little tentacles coming out of its belly instead of ventral fins, and
many eyes.
Many eyes. It is an absolutely gorgeous creature. In fact, I can go ahead and give you the color version of it as well.
Ooh.
I know. And so, she appears to just be mumbling to herself, and then she coughs a little bit, and in fact, several dozen gallons of water just issue from somewhere inexplicably within her body. A body that should not have be able to hold this much water.
So is her skin drying out, or is it moist?
No,
or...
she seems to be entirely healthy. And I will go ahead and use our crazy sea cat to represent her.
She is pretty much...
Eric, we need to grow Dare Mini.
We do, yeah. Yeah,
right.
So, and she's floating in midair.
Oh. Well, all right then. Greetings!
Oh!
Sorry.
Ooh! Visitors! I've never seen any like you! Pardon me.
Right.
You don't look like any of the ones I've seen before.
What are the ones that you've seen before?
Oh, well, you see, I'm about here because I'm Mistress Coy, guardian of the scroll that kept that, what's his name? Oh, that savvy predator fox he is. And, he was, of course, just suddenly running about, and I can't stand to catch him on dry land, so I figured... Sloosh. I figured I would, flush him out until he was no longer in hiding.
Is this the red-haired sort of pretty person?
Oh, something like that, yes. He seems what's his nose, a red-headed scoundrel, a wastrel even. I can't remember his name, but I do seem to remember him being darned clever.
Darned clever. Just our type of folk, yes?
Just our type of folk.
All right.
Are these feathers natural? Kind of give a little tap on both of them.
Oh.
Are they what?
Are they
They're
natural?
natural.
And you're talking on what?
On these
Tugging
guys.
on my guys.
Oh, I see. Ow, what are you doing?
That's a
Okay, got the answer. Thank you.
All right. So, Mistress Coy, was it?
Yes, that's me.
How long have you been here?
Can't remember, honestly.
Right, Faye, time. Okay, got it.
She's been here for a while.
Yeah.
It's a lot of water.
That's a lot of water.
As I figure at some point it'll all be filled up and he'll be floating on top and I can take him back to where he's supposed to be.
Did you just arrive here, or have you always been here? Because I really don't remember this place being that moist.
We've been here for a while.
Again, time and fate, right?
Honestly, her memory's not that good.
Okay.
Oh, hello! Hi, I've never seen you about here before.
Oh dear.
So we hear you're looking for a foxy person.
Is that what he looked like? Yes, that's the one.
So if we bring him to you, will you take him away? And the water?
You would do that? Well, I don't know that I could take him away and the water if you were merely to, bring him here. But you see, he was sealed in a bit of scroll. You see, it was his prison. He's a bit of a wastrel and a knave, very clever. Thinks himself rather handsome, in fact. And so I was thinking that perhaps if you were to bring me the scroll in which he was kept, as well as the fox himself, then yes, I could. She tries to steeple her fins, but fails because they're not meant to work that way. I suppose I could take them both away, and all of the water I used to try and... Why was I doing that again?
You were watching over him.
Oh yes, trying to flush him out!
Okay, so clearly we need to find this fox fellow, which sounds like he might be somewhere in the archive.
Is he dangerous?
Well, he's certainly clever and cunning.
Yes, well, they're basically the same, really.
Like, can he do magic?
Oh, probably. I mean, we don't really think anything of it, but...
Right.
Head up this. Finally make it up the stairs.
She just sort of slowly does a barrel roll, thinking nothing of it.
Okay.
About the scroll.
What about it?
What does it look? What does it look like? How does it work?
Well, it's written down, and I think it has words on it, and beyond that, I can't be bothered to remember.
If we're going to bring it to you, you might need to be bothered to remember.
Yes, well, you see, there's a terrible problem in the first world, because the first world has in fact reached a rather good point in our humble bundle, but I'm sure that maybe we could improve her memory if we were to get perhaps another 300 people joining in. But for now, it seems she's absolutely absent-minded. But she does seem to be on board with this deal of fox plus scroll equals undo.
All right. That seems like certainly a fantastic negotiating point.
Red-headed fox.
Red-headed fox.
And lots of scroll pieces.
And lots of scroll pieces.
Do you know how many scroll pieces there are? Or could you tell us, please, how many scroll pieces
Enough to make a complete scroll? The owl and the albatross chitter with laughter. That's a good answer! We should have thought of that!
Patience. Patience. Chaotic creatures.
Whee! I'm flying, says the albatross as she grabs onto Sela's braids and starts swinging back and forth.
In the idea that things are flowing downwards, we may need to go take a look at down and take a look at that the stuff you pushed off with your toe. Because if everything's gonna
sparkly sounding down.
Use
It is indeed.
detect magic on the scroll slips we have.
Oh.
Are they detecting magical?
Interestingly, they are detecting as magic. And actually, do you have spellcraft or knowledge arcana you can give me?
I do.
Give me either one you want. Do you have the other?
Well, there's
because you're great at rolling numbers.
Let's not forget Sione either.
You're right. Sione should.
Why do we need Sione to help? Because that
Sione
was
will
knowledge
try to
arcana.
understand with a number that's not necessarily terribly much better. But Sione is able to figure out that these little pieces actually seem to have their own independent magical auras.
Oh.
In fact, let's see. You have this cross one. They both seem to have what she discerns is an expended magical aura. Like there's still some latent magic within them, binding the scroll together. But it's as though it had something it could do beforehand, and it's already been done.
Well, it was imprisoning him, so...
And did you have knowledge arcana as well?
I just had knowledge arcana.
Okay.
Spellcraft.
And spellcraft is...
The
Do you have that as too?
schools of magic
Cool.
would correspond to the fact that these are in different fonts, too.
The editor strikes again.
Things we can't stop noticing. It's a curse.
Marisiel uses her standard action to adjust the kerning.
That's only standard action for an editor. It'd be fuller in action for anybody else.
They have macros. Okay, so basically...
Okay, but...
Yeah. It seems that perhaps some of these other scraps might have something extra magical you could do with them as well.
Yep.
But somebody's beaten you to the punch with these guys.
Okay, but now we have a signature to be able to try and search the room.
That's right.
Excellent. Say detect magic away.
Oh, I'm going to have to get off my boat!
You are.
Or you could just
Because
have
this
them
boat
push
will
it
not
around.
go down the
Okay.
stairs. Well, to be fair, because the water only occasionally slooshes over the edge, it's really just slippery stairs going down.
Okay.
But you can hear the sloshing of water down below decks as though, in fact, the bilge is not working on the fine ship library.
Well, why don't we head down and see what we can find down there, and then we can come back and
Library.
deal with up here if we need to.
Sounds great. And actually, Al and Albatross will go ahead and accompany you for a little while, because they're kind of intrigued by you, and honestly, you impressed them so much with your diplomacy and the fact that they didn't have to give you anything, because apparently you had already given it to yourself.
All right.
So
I have
let's
to
go
learn
ahead
this
and put
taking
that
it for
in
me
this area.
myself
It's
more.
a beautiful butterfly.
It is a beautiful butterfly, which honestly, when I was first trying it out, looked something like a cybernetic rabbit. And I'm also cool with that. So yeah, downstairs.
There we go.
All right, so where are we?
Stairs.
Stairs. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Make sure to put Sela at the front. As
Yep.
front as it gets.
We're going down into the understacks. The flooding from the library below has turned the storage chamber into a treacherous bog. Rising above the black lake, the flat tops of many rows of shelves are completely dry, making a makeshift maze of causeways. The spiral staircase that you're coming down on comes from below, and a deluge of water just slowly dribbles over the sides. There are also 4 narrow corridors heading off in multiple directions.
And are these just solid walls right here?
Those are solid walls anytime I've cross-hatched.
Okay.
And I assume the corridors are the water's pretty deep.
Yeah, it seems that actually this water is about 2/3 of a lem deep on average.
2/3 of a lem. I love this unit of measurement.
This will be hilarious.
We'll come up with plenty more uses here.
Oh, we will. Okay.
Alrighty, So yeah, on top of that, can I get some perception checks from you? Because I'm expecting great things from Sela, because she's so good at perception.
Not so much.
Oh, God.
12 plus normal numbers, 23.
Do you need
No,
numbers
I got
basketball?
another one here. We'll go with this one.
What was that?
23.
23. Oh my goodness. Okay.
8.
Me.
8. Sione's 17 is doing okay. Okay, so Mauricio, you're able to spot a couple different things. First off, there are more books and things floating about here, but also there are a couple of really disconcerting figures. First off, there is a tiny iridescent worm. Perhaps even a snake. Like, think of a sea snake, but imagine it's like one of those deep sea fish that has all like the little scintillating lights, like the jellyfish that are going to eat you. And it is doing its little scintillating thing as it is slithering about under the water, almost as though it's trying to hide from you.
What was that line in the poem about the worm?
What's more, as it is actually sort of
ate the bird
slithered over here.
and becomes food for the worm warming onward.
Speaking of birds, draped in a feather menagerie of abandoned paper and parchment is a skeletal shell of what might be a vulture.
Oh dear.
And by vulture, I mean it is enormous, but peeking its head over the water and over this bookshelf with little glowing embers within its eye sockets, considering what might be tastiest to consume. And that's when little lights, like 4 little glowing lanterns, pop up around you, slithering up and down Sela, almost as though they're trying to replicate that same scintillating effect that the worm has.
Oh dear.
And the bird's jaw just drops open. If it had any flesh left to it, I'm sure. In fact, a little scroll lags over to the side. And it seems to be getting ready to leap out. Is there anything you wanted to do there, Mauricio?
Somebody with like arcane anything, like what is going on?
Or what's about to go on?
If I noticed anything, I'd tell you.
Speaking of which, we're going to need some actions for Sione in just a little bit, Twitch channel, so be sure that you're telling Wes what's going to be happening there.
I'd like to throw a Tanglefoot bag at it.
Okay.
All right.
That sounds fantastic to me. Go ahead and take that action, and then we'll get into
Alright.
initiative.
I'm ready. With my glowing shield.
You stand nobly.
Yes.
While going, what the?
What is even?
10, yeah, is probably not gonna... No.
Are you adding your dexterity modifier?
Where is your dexterity? So
dexterity modifier
14.
is 14.
14.
So, yeah.
Oh, that definitely hits this bird then.
Okay.
Even though it is peeking over the side of a shelf. So yeah, it's going to make its reflex save. It is going to succeed its reflex save. So it's not actually glued to a bookshelf, but it is still gooey. And it is very displeased about this. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get initiative.
Okay, so you snotted the thing.
Yes. that is the first correct choice.
Every once in a while it works better than that.
Every once in a while. So, wow, I'm great at rolling the number 12.
Apparently 7 is it for me.
So 7 for Sela. You got it. How about for Mauricio?
22.
And more waves of water come down the stairs.
18. Alright. I should actually write your pre-gen and not just Tonya. And
Tonya would have a bad
Sione
time
is
with
going
Any
in
of these options.
No, they're not
22
great, are they?
after her.
So that's a paper feather bird
Bird
vulture?
thing.
An
Fantastic.
iridescent
So,
wormy.
and that's an iridescent
Swarm
snake
thing.
creature that is apparently trying to make other people glow more than it does. So,
So basically it's putting a target on us.
Mauricio, you're first, and then Sione's going to be after that.
Distraction.
Yeah.
So...
Go Mauricio.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to just throw a dagger at this guy and...
Ooh, he is underwater. That could be
that
tough.
is tough.
But you do
are
have a
coming
gluey
in.
bird.
Do I have a gluey bird? Yeah, he's out of the water.
And I'll say, if you want, you could dive into the water after it, because... Fair enough. When you give me a look like that.
You're like, nope.
Things I wish I could trick players into doing.
Or we can, you said these were above water.
That's right,
So
you can dance across the
acrobatics
top of those
across.
with a DC 5 acrobatics check,
Ooh.
which means you automatically make it.
That is true. Although then I can't also stab things, right?
Sure you can.
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
You can go
Yeah, then-
6 spots and...
Then yeah, I'll throw a dagger at him and then I'll hop up on this thing.
Okay,
All right.
sounds good.
Oh, I would have had a 15. Oh.
Mwah.
So that's a 14, 15, 15.
And just for the
to hit
record,
the bird or the snake?
To hit the bird.
and just for the record, Twitch people, 7 is not a lucky number here.
7 is
No.
not a lucky
I'm
number
switching
today.
out this die.
No,
Good plan.
it actually whizzes by and it just gets snagged in the glue. So now it has a dagger next to its head,
All right.
One
which is
down.
freaking it out all the more. Sione's going to wait until we can get a little bit of Twitch feedback from
anyway.
Wes, but we can certainly get... Oh, that would bring it to the snake and the bird both.
Oh.
Oh no!
Why am I in front?
So
Yummy.
the snake starts babbling, going, hee hee hee! Oh, can't catch me, not while I have people here! And it is slipping over past here. It is flying past you. It can actually like slither through the air. And it's giggling as it passes by you, Merciel. Do you want to hit it as it goes by?
Yeah, I like attacks of opportunity. So.
Those are always
Oh, 2s
So
are
that
worse
was a
than 7.
2. Yeah.
Okay.
They need the-
So
an
it
evasive
slithers
dice.
by,
No.
and it sort of wraps
That's
itself
nice.
around Sela's neck like some sort of strange scarf. It's like,
This
let's
is-
play!
This is not a good look for me.
It's not a good look because the moment it comes out of the water, the bird, gluey as it is, just tracks the thing the whole time.
Right.
And it emerges from here, floundering as it is because of the glue, and awkwardly trying to flap over. And it
Definitely.
it perches on top of this bookshelf, which totters back and forth in an unstable fashion as it tries to bite you. Mm-hmm. That's right. Let's
for
look
it.
at
Better
a...
you than me.
That's a 16 to hit you.
Nope.
At least
Alrighty.
if they're rolling bad, they're rolling bad across the board.
So it clamps onto your armor momentarily and pulls away, leaving strands of gooey mess. Yeah. Hey Wes, did we get any people telling us what Sione should do?
Oh my, yes. The biggest suggestions are
PG
a
only.
lot of using Wand of Magic Missile. There's a few use a potion of bull strength. Probably my favorite though is Sione puts her shoe on her head.
All right.
So,
Alrighty, so
dealer's choice.
Sione, as
her
spoken
sandal
by the ways of her sorceress bloodline, decides the chaos within the situation can only be absolved by introducing more chaos, and behold, there's a shoe on her head, and she fires some scorching rays. Does she... she should probably not try and hit the thing that's on Sela. I mean, what if she misses?
It'd be hilarious.
It would... Oh, you're
Chaos.
right. But honestly, I'm going to go against the bird this time.
It is closer to me.
Scorching ray!
Let's only consider it.
Pew, pew, pew. Jeez. Okay, those are some great numbers. So she's going to hit with Scorching Ray and do 19 points of fire damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She's burning it up.
Alrighty, so that's one of hers. Good suggestion. This shoe is helping.
All right.
She says, "Behold, the power of the shoe! That would make you hit Mauricio." There's a comma in there, for the record.
Okay. Let's make sure we're getting it all
Make sure I'm not
right.
scaring you too much, Judy.
I'm not putting her shoes on my head.
Or,
No.
that'll help you hit Mauricio, she says to the bird. Okay, so, in your favor, though, that brings us
bird any
to
shoes.
Lem, then
These are hard
Sela.
to take off. I'm not taking these off.
Don't like my options. So we will do what all bards do and start the Inspire Courage.
I'm gonna start juggling now.
Well, if there are shoes on the head,
Yep.
what if there are balls in the air?
Yes.
No, we'll go with a knock joke.
All right.
Regarding
Oh,
shoes,
gosh.
heads, and something else.
All right.
I'm sure that Twitch will help us out with the actual
Yes,
verbiage.
Yes.
Alrighty, so, and all the while, the owl and the albatross are just cackling at everything that's going on, saying, "He's going to eat you! He's going to eat you!" And they're not helping at all.
Of course not.
I will
fine
also
with
draw my weapon, so I am now armed.
Fantastic. Sela, it's your turn. Then Merciel will start the next round.
I'm assuming the big bird creature is within reach.
Oh, yes.
Well, there's only one right and proper thing to do. And that is to draw my weapon and attack it.
Fantastic. Do you have knowledge religion?
I do have knowledge
Give
religion.
that to me first.
That was going to be a 25.
Goodness.
This is a force of evil.
This is a force of evil. Not only that, it is undead.
Oh.
And on top of that, it is a juju zombie of
Oh.
a giant vulture.
Oh.
And so, not only is it resistant to diseases like all undead are, but on top of that, it is immune to certain other things, like, actually, magic missile.
But tell me one thing. Is it immune to a smite?
There's only one way to find out.
Exactly.
Pathfinder.
All right.
Don't trust knowledge checks when you can just use paladin abilities.
That's right. Well, with that, I'm going to draw my sword and say, by the inheritor, I shall smite you.
Oh, the entire room lights up with holy light.
All right, so I'm going to choose my target to smite, and if it is Evo, I add my bonus to my attack, and my paladin level, which is 4 to my damage.
And the first time you hit an undead, you add double your paladin level.
Yes, so just to get the attack out of the way, my +1 longsword is going to be a 13 plus my charisma bonus is going to be 16 to hit.
Oh, 16 is going to miss me.
Oh no!
You're like, behold, the inheritor!
Oh,
The inheritor!
Ow.
The inheritor!
Ow. Oh, damn it.
But you're glowing with light. In fact, you're scintillating with Iomede's holy light.
Yes.
And the little snake around you is like, yes, more of that!
Oh,
Good!
But my smite will last until the target is dead.
You bet it is. Okay, this brings us to Mauricio, who will be followed by Lem in just a little bit.
Is this more of a skeletal, bony kind of undead, or...?
This is more of a fleshy, further augmented by paper undead.
It's like a paper wasp.
In fact, Sela knows that the best way to cut these things is with slashing damage.
Yes.
Especially if it's magical slashing damage.
Yes. Which you have the rapier.
Yeah.
It's piercing, but I'm sure you can flourish it a little bit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, also daggers could be doing some slashing.
That's
But
true.
it's going to be a little resistant.
But, yeah, magic sense.
Just stab the damn thing.
Well, excuse me, Mrs. Fancy Gauntlets.
Not like that! That is not the way to do it.
More wonderful attack rolls.
Was so distracted by yelling at Sela here that I apparently just I gestured instead of stabbed.
I
So
like the idea of Mauricio be telling Liz, "You can't rush art."
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Mauricio!
But I didn't fall off, so you know.
You need to use more than harsh language.
So, this thing is going to try to bite at the flavorful, newly seasoned paladin. It is going to get a 17.
Nope.
And then it's going to throw its left wing out to try to knock Mauricio off a bookshelf.
Why bother with me? I'm so harmless.
Well, see about that. Does a 20 hit you, Mauricio?
Yes.
Oh, yes! Alrighty. So that is going to be 12 points of damage.
Ouch.
Ah.
Yeah. Bam! Crash! Like, books from the other side of this thing fly off into the water, along with a fair amount of Mauricio's dignity. Okay.
Am I
You're still on there, but fortunately your elven reflexes allow you to stay up there.
Alrighty.
And
Balancing the
meanwhile,
balls of your
the
feet.
snake is like, "This is great! Do different things!" And it tightens around your neck slightly. And does a 21 hit you?
Nope.
Oh, wow! Are you taking...
+1 full plate.
Oh, no! That's pretty darn good. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
It's not going to help me in the swimming part, though.
Yeah, you are winning then. Okay. I can't wait.
I will refrain from saying bring it, because I know that is a poor idea.
It's the
Negotiate with this thing?
Alrighty. This brings us to Lem and Sione. And Sione's going to have to know what sort of crazy shoe shenanigans she's doing. So, Lem, what's up?
I am going to maintain my song
Mm-hmm.
for confidence. Give Mauricio a suggestion to get around the back. And grease Sela's armor.
And what's Sela's armor?
Grease Sela's armor.
Oh, really?
To try and get this warm off.
That's
Alright.
a cute idea.
All
Okay.
right.
So, Sela, in addition to having gooey strands of somebody's Tanglefoot
I'm
snot
setting the cleaning bill to you.
now is also sweating iridescent, like, sludge.
Just so you guys know, the chat has been suggesting that that Sione greases Sela for like the last 15 minutes.
All right.
Different kind of fan service, sure, okay. So,
All right. Keep
yes.
it clean.
So, yes, every possible thing that could be bad is currently going on with your armor. But it glows.
But it's glowing. I suppose that's a thing.
Iridescent sparkly grease.
So,
Magical.
yeah, so we have this snake around her neck, and now it's just like doing donuts around her neck going, whee!
Is it actually talking?
Yes! Yes, it is. And its mouth isn't even moving.
Oh dear.
But if anything, it seems to sparkle like you're looking at the little sound tracking software for something, or the bass, and every time it talks, it scintillates.
Okay.
In fact, it makes that happy little fairy sound that you were hearing earlier.
Oh, okay.
Okay, fantastic. So this brings us to Sione, who, is she nuking more stuff, Wes? Is Sione nuking more stuff, or is she doing more shoes?
Ooh, we've had a lot of suggestions for grease, for fire, for magic missile, so I'm getting a general offensive magic vibe from the chat.
You got it.
All right. Just a point of clarification. This grease is not flammable, is it?
Well, you did want it to get cleaned up, so...
Not like that!
So she does have this ability called Burning Hands,
Right.
which could catch both the worm and the bird. Is that okay with you, Sela?
Just say yes.
Too late! Okay, great. I need a reflex save.
All right. I can do the reflex save, I think. Maybe. Let's see. There's that 7 again. 11 for the reflex save.
No. Wow. Sela is, I would say, on fire, but that'd feel even worse to pun about. That is... What?
No, but I am smoking.
On 4d4, I have rolled 13.
Oh, right.
So you can take 13 fire damage then. And the worm can take 13 fire damage. And the bird can take a natural 20 to take 6. And tell me, worm, do you resist fire? You don't? Oh my gosh!
Oh no.
Okay. Whoosh! And yes, like a pile of holy charcoal briquettes, Sela goes up in flames with the holy lighter fluid that is a tanglefoot bag and arcane grease.
Just like the best bonfire ever.
Yes.
Luckily, we're surrounded by water.
And actually, from behind, the rest of you can see this holy nimbus of Iomede's holy symbol actually appearing in the flames.
Yes.
Okay, Sela,
Very nice.
speaking of holiness.
All right. Well, hopefully I'll roll better than a 7 this time. So 9 plus 3, so be plus 12 to my attack.
And you have bardic performance.
And so be play
One more.
14.
Oh,
So,
2.
2 plus 14 to my roll. So, yeah, 17!
17. So, let me explain a little bit about this cool coin we have. So, some of our best campaign volunteers can win this thing called a campaign service award, and allows them to roll or re-roll once per day.
Ooh.
Do you want to use that now?
I'm going to use that.
All right, let's take a look at the other side of this then, because we have used that for the game.
All right. So
And
let's-
Sela is going to,
Yes! So that's going to be, what is it? It was plus 4 to me, so 24?
Oh, give me some damage.
All right, so what is my damage with my with everything? It's been a while since I played Paladin, clearly. So evil, bonus my attack, and Paladin level to damage rolls against it. So I'm going to get a plus 4.
And plus 4 more because it's your first hit
8.
against it.
So 8 plus 4 is going to be plus 12.
Plus 1 for bardic performance.
So plus 13.
Yes!
All right, so 18 damage.
Oh, and it cuts through all of its damage reduction as well.
Yep. Bypasses creature's DR because it's a smite.
Oh,
Yee-hee.
crash! So, yeah, you slice right into this thing. It's down an entire wing, and its other wing is sort of crippled from the strike. And, yeah, you are
Stay in your place, beast!
And there's cackling from around your neck.
Yeah, all right.
Although it's saying, poo poo, you're not allowed to cut things and cut things on fire. Cut things on fire, that's the best line, I'm going to remember that. Whee!
Well, at least it's staying on me, so...
It is. Mauricio, then the fiends that are before us.
So... Yeah, I can get around behind. So, like, can I actually reach it from...
No, but you can hang off that column that you see right behind you.
There we
There
go.
we go.
But-
oh, that...
Buckle
I'll
that
just
swash.
jump
Let's
on
do
top
that.
of it. All right.
But watch out, because this thing, it might try to attack you as you tumble by, unless you can do a good acrobatics check.
Let me try that.
Yeah.
Because
should try
I...
Ooh.
Oh.
That looks
and-
good.
Yeah, so that will
It's
be...
going to be...
Oh, yeah, 24.
24.
24, because it's entangled, you succeed.
Yes.
Otherwise, it would have failed.
All right.
So you're there, and that means you have flanking, so plus 2 to hit.
Morale check.
No, morale is his department.
Oh, that's a threat.
That is a critical threat. Let's see. So...
Oh, no.
At least you hit the
That was a
first
one.
time.
So... Anyway...
So you get your sneak attack as well.
Do... And... Why am I terrible?
That's a 6.
So, that'll be 10... Okay, so
Plus 1
10
for me?
plus 11.
Plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. The Song of the
All right,
Bard, plus
11.
1.
Okay.
11 points of damage.
So you skewer it. It doesn't quite cut very well, but it still does some damage.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And you come away with a
pierce
shish
it right in
kebab
its
of
table
parchment
of
pieces
contents.
that are not the ones you're looking for.
You stab it right in its table of contents.
It's going to feel that way back in the index.
No, that's in the appendix.
I don't know. You're introducing it to a new glossary of pain.
Yes.
How bad are you looking?
Me, I'm fine.
All right, this brings us to the indignant bird, which is going to turn around and try and backwing you. Let's see. Yeah! Ooh, okay, does an 18 hit you?
No.
Oh, you're able to dodge out of the way because it's still entangled. But it tries to bite the holy paladin.
Ooh.
Oh, Iomade
Actually,
might not save you today.
She will in the end.
So with my entangle penalty, that's a 25.
That will hit.
Oh, then that is going to be...
But I do get a deflection bonus to my AC, so that would be a 25 would be my armor class.
That's exactly what I hit.
Yep.
So that's 10 points of damage.
All right,
As it
okay.
bites you and it worries you back and forth a couple of times. Once again, the little snake is enjoying this. Meanwhile, it's the snake's...
Now I'm looking back.
It is the snake's turn, and the snake is like, this is the best thing ever, and it takes its tail and it tries to slap you across the face a couple of times. Because clearly that's what we need to do with our time. Ooh! Okay, how about a 25?
That will also hit.
I need a will save.
Oh, right.
And you take 2 points of damage.
That is going to be a 19 will save.
Oh, a 19. For a moment, you are discombobulated and losing focus of what's going on, but you fight off the confusion effect. Mm-hmm. And you look down at it long enough to see that all those burn marks are slowly starting to heal over.
Kill this thing quick.
You got it, says Sione.
I am down to 10 hit points.
Okay.
FYI. 10 of 40.
Alrighty, this brings us to Lem, then Sione.
Already
Ah!
burned off all the flammables, right?
Sure.
I think this is a potion, not a wand. So
Yeah,
I will
okay.
pull out a potion and
Slam
open your
it.
mouth! Ah, I'm not tall enough. Shit.
The snake opens its mouth. It's like, feed him up!
No, not you.
No! That's mine!
So
It has a new plan now. I'm not going to drink these potions.
No!
if he gets it off of you, it might.
Feed it some poison. Feed it some poison.
The best treasure,
I
stolen
don't
treasure.
have poison.
Oh, so what are you doing, Lem?
What's wrong with you?
I moved to draw a potion and moved to continue the song, so that
Okay.
would be my action.
Sure.
Actually, look if you could feed it
Okay.
acid.
Sione, Wes.
So, I opened up a poll to see whether folks want more puns or fewer puns.
Oh, goodness.
100% of the chat has asked for more puns.
Well, it's going to be wonderful. in
Why
here.
would you do this to me? Okay.
Do you know what my
you.
day job is?
So if you could have that be Sione's reaction in some way, that'd be great.
You got it. Okay.
The sound of John's soul dying.
Just a little bit.
I would
more
say a
each day.
little bit, but it's a lot. Okay.
It's going to be wonderful in here. We need Katina in here. She's great at the
It's going to be
puns.
wonderful. Fantastic. So, also, Wes, do we have an update on how many of our bundles we're up to?
We do. We have sold 3,730 humble bundles. And there's a link that I'm throwing in chat right now for anybody who wants to get in on that.
Fantastic. That far exceeds the goal that I'd put up earlier. So you hear a brief, oh, I wonder if I should, and then an uncomfortable swallowing sound. Oh, nope, promised I shouldn't do that.
Uh-oh.
So yes, Mistress Koi is in fact not flooding the area further. Unless you want her to forget, I'm fine with that too.
I in fact do not need a shower at this point.
Okay.
Unless it is the
I guess
of
I
the
don't need to
healing
drown
kind.
them.
See.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We gotta get these.
We'll just have to wait through these next few rounds, John.
Yeah.
We gotta get these pathfinding snakes off this pathfinding paladin.
Yeah.
So
totally.
she will fire some magic missiles at this snake around your neck
All right.
after she attempts a knowledge planes check and says, "Oh my gosh, it's a protean! That's why it's so crazy."
Oh, right.
Yeah. All right. So magic missile.
So you're
magic
saying
missile.
the paladin has a thing of pure chaos around her neck?
She does,
All right.
and that pure chaos just took 7 more points of damage.
Ooh. Excellent.
Excellent, and it is doing very poorly. It is reconsidering the chaos, by which I mean that's a lie. It was chaos.
This is a damn lie.
This is the best thing that's ever happened to it.
This is a damn lie.
All right, so that's Sione. So Sela, then Mauricio.
Alrighty.
Alright,
You know-
so is it Sela?
Yeah.
Is it my turn? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's still alive, so that means it still needs to be smoked. Alright, so again, that is going to be
The best way to
a
work
lot.
with proteanatos is to blow them up.
Great. So 4 plus 7
Snake NATO.
plus
Give
your...
it the short end of the stick!
Yes.
So I think you're still plus 13?
Yes.
No,
13.
plus 15 because you're flanking.
Yes, 15. So 31.
Yes.
31 to hit, and again, that is going to be, should really write this down.
So you were 4 from your smite?
Yeah, and 4 damage, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, it's right there, on the stat block, on the pre-gens, people. Read it. So again, d4 plus, so 10 plus, it'd be 14 points of damage.
14 points
what?
damage?
14. 15. 15.
1
Plus
for
what?
being...
Again, the song of the bard. Plus 1, plus 1, plus 1.
Oh god. Alrighty.
Plus
so,
1,
yeah,
plus
you
1.
strike the bird, and in a shower of unholy gore that slides right off of you because
That's
you
right.
are slippery, Snake,
Oh!
but falls all across
over limb.
Mauricio, who is right behind you, like, smite, crash, bones.
Keep your mouth closed in a fight.
To be
pro
fair, your mouth is kept closed because a wet piece of sewage-stained parchment slaps right across your face.
Back line and short. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Grodair?
Grodair?
What's that? Okay, and then, so basically we have this little protean around Sela's neck. How do you guys want to take care of this thing?
She's
Hit
got
it. Hit it hard.
Stab
This
it.
parchment.
Just be careful where you stab, please.
Alright, so somebody's stabbing this thing?
Get down here! I can't reach it!
So every time you try to stab it, it just like slides around and you stab her armor in a different place, a different place, a different place.
I am seriously sending the cleaning bill.
Well, anyway, I figure it won't be terribly hard to kill a thing that has 4 hit points left. So basically,
No.
how do you want it to end?
I want, well,
Hilariously.
paladin.
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 Something with Sione. Something with Sione.
Justly.
Justly. Yes.
So basically, you tear it off and shout, "Righteousness!"
Yes, swing.
Law.
and like a like a wet load of laundry, it slaps against the wall and just slides
Is
down.
it kind of like one of those like gooey, gummy, sticky hands?
Yeah, like those little ones that you can slap to try
Yeah.
and thing. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
after you use it 5 times, it's already covered in cat hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind.
All right, excellent.
Exactly. Not that explains my experience with them at all.
Okay,
So-
drink up.
Drink up.
Drink up. 2d8.
2d8.
So
Plus
the
3.
piece of parchment that was
Yeah.
Plus 3.
Trying to
13. Yeah.
Oh man, wouldn't you love it to be one of the important pieces of parchment?
I would love it to be one of the important pieces of
Yeah.
parchment.
Yeah, well, unfortunately it's not, because honestly I'd love to see about breaking 4,000 at some point in the near future. So I'm afraid I can't give you the satisfaction of actually winning.
We gotta go through this.
But on the plus side, you have a whole library to explore.
Yay, library!
Come on, guys. Don't want to muck through this. Find the parchment for us.
All right, hold up the
Tears.
shield.
Tears.
Light.
Short.
Ooh.
Oh, well, we're
So
close to
close.
getting parchment, but
Guys, I'm serious.
All right.
Sela, not good at this research
but again,
thing.
we need to hit that 4,000 to really find the next piece.
Speaking of hitting, let me hit Sela a couple times with this
Hit
wooden
me.
stick.
Whack! Oh, ah!
And again.
Whack! Ah!
All right.
Again.
That's,
Well,
if you need more.
I'm just gonna stay over here. Stay out of the
12.
way.
12, all right.
More?
All right, no, that's good.
Okay.
Alrighty, fantastic.
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
sure? I can't hit you again?
I'm sure, because you'll probably hurt yourself.
I might.
Okay, you can heal me. Good.
Okay. I will let the bird song drop, and as I'm doing all this healing goodness on Marcel.
So we're doing the juggling. Oh, no.
2.
Dice hate me
So,
today.
so while you're doing that, go ahead and think about
6.
where do you guys want to go next?
Okay, so where the worm was over here initially?
Yeah, it was over there initially.
Okay.
Let's do some listening around.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some
sure.
walking around and some
And some
perception.
protecting
you know,
magic around.
I suspect we haven't been super stealthy.
No, you have not. After the get it off! Get it off! Why am I on fire?
Yeah, I'm, at this point I'm looking for a fight, not for a book or a scroll.
Wow, we brought in the right person. Alright, with a 23, you're able to hear that there's the occasional, like, giggling sound punctuated by the wet mewling of somebody who is not having a good time from over in that direction.
To quote Wes, who's having fun in here?
If puns, I will raise my hand.
No, it's all puns all the time.
Ah, no.
The forecast is poor. Okay, so that, but also with your keen elven hearing, you're able to hear that. Yeah, exactly. They rotate like an excited puppy. So we can hear or bat. So we can hear that there is like more wet sloshing against wooden surfaces. It's like the side of a boat, maybe from that direction. And it seems like there's more, shall we say, circulation in this direction, as if perhaps doors are already open.
Give a look around, see if this tome Darklands precept is maybe on these dryer shelves.
You have the run of the map.
I'm going to go this way and look to see where that worm was at. That being of chaos.
Fantastic, and it looks like the community is backing you, so maybe we'll find a scroll parchment really soon.
Detect magic in the area of the mess.
Oh, excellent.
And the corpse.
Fantastic thing is, there are actually more scrolls in here.
Ooh.
And Sione has read magic, so she's able to tell you that one of them is a magic scroll of Circle Against Chaos. Another one is a scroll
That would have been great.
Another one is a scroll of Slow,
Ooh, also useful.
which is something Lem can also use. And also, because we're in the higher subtier, we have a scroll of Arcane Sight, which is like constant detect magic.
That is the super duper vision.
That is the super duper vision.
It's way better than Infravision. For all you second edition fans.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
So would that be useful one to maybe
And by
be
chance,
looking around for things?
can we find a tasty scrap of...
Let's
well,
start
not in this
looting.
room, but if you guys are so bold as to go elsewhere, then I can help you out.
So,
I'm actually going to start peeling off the layers of the Juju zombies paperly corpse and see if I could find any interesting pieces of scrap.
Well, with our detect magic, it looks like we've probably found the most relevant ones.
Okay.
But there's a wide variety of different things, including like crazy theories that Arcadia is actually Tian Sha and Tian Sha is actually Casmaron, and other weird theories like that. Also, some sort of weird like speculation about how Eridan died. So, yeah, there you have it.
Hey, are we splitting the party?
Split?
Or
No!
Are we staying together?
No,
Chaos
would
or
you
law!
not-
Chaos or law!
We do not split the party.
Wow, I'm pushy. Okay, so
We do not split
Flee
the
the
party.
shrill halfling. Okay.
So, we will head after
That-
Stila.
All right.
sounds great to
I'm
me.
gonna
Since she
point my
picked a
flashlight that way.
Fantastic.
Should we
So,
send them to scout ahead?
oh no, they're
No.
hanging out with you. There's too much
Rude.
fun to watch.
Rude.
So,
Aw.
so the door to this room is open.
But they'll just be born again, right?
That is not how we do things.
So we have that there are lots of different things floating around in here in particular. It looks like it's a map room, a
Ooh.
cartographium, in fact.
Let's go over
Um,
here then.
And in fact, almost like that little boat canoe that was there before, a silken map of the world showing Tian Sha mashed into the side of Avestan is creating this weird supercontinent illustration. It's weird, but yeah, maps all over the place. And it seems because somebody opened the door here, the entire room has been flooded to the same depth. So, it's getting ugly.
Ew. Gross.
Ew,
Not our
indeed.
problem.
Again, not
Is
our
it
problem.
still only 2/3 of a lem tall?
It's still about 2/3 of a lem tall, plus a...
Another inch.
Plus another inch.
Can I plead for a challenge so it doesn't get over a lem tall?
Or if we could challenge the audience, we could actually get it so that it does get over a lem tall, and then we can
Oh.
then we can listen to Tanya's discomfort as she speaks in bubble
But then we
language.
could totally do Master Blaster.
Yeah. Well, I think that since lem is less than 4 feet tall, if we were to hit like another 400 different contributions, yeah, get us to 4,500. I would totally go for a drowned halfling. That's how PFS works. So
I'll take one for the team.
All right.
that's the way to
Okay,
do it.
That is PFS wolf. Yeah.
All right.
Here we
But
go.
yeah, so it doesn't look like there's a scroll in here, but maybe over here you can find one of them.
I'm going to point my flashlight ahead, and you can use your low light vision to try and.
Sione,
Extend
would
our
you
vision
like
here.
to do arcane sight, or would you like me to keep looking?
How long does Arcane Sight last?
Arcane Sight will last for 5 minutes.
Save it.
Forever, basically.
Save it.
Save it.
Wow,
Okay.
spoken like an elf?
That works.
The mayflies of the inner sea races.
Then I will keep my detect magic up and
Yes.
looking.
Yeah,
Sounds
save the
great.
arcane. I save the Arcane Sight for later because it does detect.
So looking around here, you are able to find a couple of exciting things. First off, You find that your holy light only goes a certain distance into here before it's consumed by this wall of darkness partway in here. But Lem, there's something glowing. There are two things glowing in there. It's like there are two magic books. How can life get any better?
We got a scroll!
Ooh.
You got a scroll.
Daylight!
Yes, we do.
I think we should use it.
Do it.
All right,
Okay.
Lem. Give me a caster level check to make sure that you don't get the one that will cause it to backfire, because it's a
dear.
higher level than you are. Okay,
Okay,
that's
good.
fine.
Ooh,
That would have been another fun challenge on the spur of the moment, but indeed, you do illuminate the whole thing, and it seems that the source of the darkness was an open book.
Could that perhaps be the precepts book you were looking for?
Maybe. Let's go check. I will make my way over through this water as fast as I can.
Dog.
Bounce, bounce.
Look, I'm in
Oh,
full
you
play.
mean this one?
And she just picks it up. And here's the thing. Mauricio picks up the book and she says, "What, do you mean this one?" And as she's starting to say one, suddenly she's made contact with the book.
Uh-oh.
And there is a thunderous echo as if dozens of Twitch followers were shouting as one. So it's just like,
Worse.
"Oh, do you mean this?" Woo!
It'll be fine.
It'll be
And
right.
the other magical
It'll be
glow
awesome.
is coming from a scrap of parchment, which looks like it is written in Sylvan script.
Well, that's not me. Sylvan.
Did you break the book?
No, the spine seems
No, 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 no! It's just every time Mauricio speaks, it is a cacophonous.
Set the damn book down.
Stretch. So it briefly makes it as you throw it and it splashes into the water.
Okay. Swim for the book. Swim for the book.
I'm in full plate. This is not a good prospect. You just
dive, halfling, dive.
There was a V in there, right? Okay, so you do recover the book, and you do recover a scrap of parchment.
Distractions.
I
It was
wanna
all
give
just
you-
distractions.
Let's give you this one today.
oh goody.
Today.
Well,
How many
today.
days are we going to be down here?
rest of our lives.
Another 40 minutes.
They get to the goal and Lem's dead.
All right. Unpalatable, spat the fat, flesh-fed worm. Oh. WYRM.
No.
Uh-oh.
Upon lunching on sons of the judge. Cannibalism. Then he made of the father a rather fine sauce, thereby showing he bore him no grudge.
Sons of the Judge.
So,
And a worm.
Lem, here's the other weird thing about this.
Uh-oh.
You know how I told you the other two had latent magic, but it had been expended somehow? This one still contains its inherent magic. It's as if you could use it like a scroll that could summon a creature.
The phrase "Sons of the Judge." Can
I
I
don't know if I like this.
Sure.
Knowledge religion check on to maybe the Sons of the Judge might mean something with a 13. Apparently, I missed Scripture Day.
number 4?
This seems to be some sort of first world
First world?
non-denominational nonsense.
First world, I'm out.
Wow. Well, I guess you get to play Sione then.
I'm done.
Okay.
Done with you, chaos people.
Oh wait, do you have our feathered friends?
Sorry, what, did you say WT Chaos?
I think, Sione, given that the water's rising, I'm going to give this to you in case we need to use the scroll.
Just understand, you put this in the hands of the Twitch followers.
I did.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Hey,
Oh dear.
Hey, Featherheads, do you know who the judge is?
The judge? No, but I think we could make fun of him and it'd be hilarious. Yeah, I like making fun of people.
Something. Do not summon what you cannot put down.
So
I think
The
I'd like
verdict
to get
is
out of here.
funny.
Funning. The funning will begin.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
So the water is now brushing Lem's little chinny chin chin, and he's doing that uncomfortable thing where he's having to stand on his tiptoes to avoid dying a horrible, painful halfling death.
Can we finish?
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
we're
I mean, I
please.
think we're good with this side, so you've
Sorry.
seen the cartographium and the heritage stacks and all that stuff, so...
All right.
Do a quick spin
Spin
through
through here, yeah.
this bottom part of
So
the butterfly.
I'm going to leave this in your hands,
Okay.
and I'll remember that
You're
Sione
good.
has this.
Yep.
So, worm scroll.
Weird.
Weird.
Hey, anyone want to give me a lift?
Oh, a little bit of water chunks into your mouth.
Oh,
So remember, if you're just tuning in, if we get another 100 people joining in the Humble Bundle, we get to watch Lem drown, which means we get to watch the organized play coordinator, Tonya, make horrible bubbling sounds. That brings us to 4,500. That's what our goal is. Then we'll get a new goal of...
Save Lem!
of how quickly we can save Lem, yes. Alrighty, so
All right,
we're good
I'm
here?
actually
checks
gonna
fail.
try and grab the back of Lem's collar and drag it. Yes.
Hilarious people and things and thing people.
I'm glad to know we care so much about the organized play coordinator.
I am
It's
doing
just my
part.
character. I can make another one. Dash.
Dash
37.
else.
37. All right.
So what's going on over here?
Okay, so we
You're
have
still first, just to be clear.
we have more library shelves and the like.
Light with the shield.
Yeah, seems that basically it is discarded books, but none of this magical nonsense.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans, you're right.
We are attending the shenanigans of
Okay.
Mr. Turk presently.
Yeah, so you check out there and you can see that there are two
Go down,
closed
up and down
doors
here.
over there.
Oh, they're closed.
And
Voices.
there's a little bit of some weirdness
Yeah,
going on
we heard
because,
voices.
in fact, there is... Oh, it's from the Voices door.
Ooh.
From the Voices door? Like
Voices in my
a
head.
treatise nailed to a door.
Mhm.
There is another scrap of scroll.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yes, indeed. It is this one. And
Oh,
while you're reading, and you're like, huh, that's interesting, you hear an uncomfortable whine coming from underwater. Because we have hit our goal, and Lem is now no longer in the realm of the unsubmerged.
Oh dear.
I'll just pull him up by the ear a little bit.
Jeez.
Rude.
So Gormandel, the Lady Gorger, dined on beans and bones in order, then lost her teeth, so took her daughters, then went wading to make water. When Sir Crocodile attacked, he used his teeth to bite him back. Well,
Ooh.
that's unpromising.
That seems,
Used a crocodile's teeth to bite him back. And you can hear the equivalent level of discomfort coming from him, like, oh, jeez, no, oh, please.
okay, so these rooms are closed, right?
These rooms are both closed, but the water is clearly, about
Rising.
99% of a lem in
Okay.
height.
All right, so...
And
we've
he
got
is well
eyeball.
aware of it.
All right, so these are free shelves, right?
Those are little free shelves, yeah.
Okay, can we move the shelves in front of the doors?
Oh, I see. So you want to dam the water?
Yeah.
Oh,
Strap
good
some
plan.
books to
Good
your
plan.
feet.
All right,
All right, Cecilia's being a
that'd
problem
be a bad
solver here.
that's what I do.
That's what you do. And she has dammed both of these areas so that if you were to open the door, it wouldn't flood.
So, those are over there. That one's right there.
So Lem is strapping books to his feet.
Yes.
Lem is Oh,
Who's
no.
making pontoons?
Oh, I see. Well, it's really more like cumbersome stilts. Like, Lem, the grace with which a toddler walks around a pool while wearing flippers
Right.
is nonetheless a dancer's paragon compared to what you are doing now.
All right.
Hey, you have choices.
So which door would you like to open first?
The one where the muttering is not coming.
Where the muttering is not coming from. You got it. So you open up that door, and indeed water attempted to flood in, but it's really only just a little bit
of
that you have there.
Okay.
So fantastic. I like how you guys
Assuming that-
operate there.
Happy Engineering Week.
Woo!
This room is full of dictionaries, dictionaries, dictionaries. And on top of that, it also seems to have a limp manta ray in one corner.
Okay. A limp manta ray. Do we pick him up and toss him back in the water? And pray he doesn't stab us in the
Well,
chest?
right now it seems to be floating dead in the water.
Oh.
It's like, it is
Poor guy.
upside down like an overfed goldfish.
Is it missing its teeth?
Well, manta rays don't really have teeth to begin with, so I'll say yes.
Yes? All right.
But
Maybe this thing used up its teeth?
yeah, it's weird. It is kind of unfortunate, but
Would you climb on the shelf already?
um,
Stop drowning!
Yeah, Wes.
Chat has immediately taken to the manta ray.
Alrighty, so chat, if you want this manta ray to be something more than just a dead
Food for our
invertebrate,
Fae friends.
how about we see about hitting, let's say, 4,900? That'll be about another 300 over what we have right now. And if we do, it's going to come to life, and it's going to be awesome. And maybe it will be the thing that will save Lem forever. Tanya's on your side now. So, yeah, we have a limp manta ray.
All right.
And that's what it is.
Oh, poor thing.
However, the weird thing is, the manta ray detects as magical.
Oh.
Could it
I'm
Yeah.
not
I
terribly.
bet it ate some paper.
Yeah.
Sushi.
We don't
Magical
kill
sushi.
it.
Only the finest.
Again.
Alrighty.
You're up. So I will do some dissection work.
Okay, so you start picking this thing up and putting it on a shelf to start cutting it, and it fades from a manta ray into a soggy cloak.
Oh, why do I ever touch things?
As if sharing your disappointment, there's a cacophony underwater that shouts with the sounds of 400 disappointed halflings. As if this was supposed to be a real manta ray that would carry it to safety, like a benevolent dolphin. It was not to be. So that's unfortunately what we have in this room.
At least a magic cloak?
I'm
It is
not
at
the
least a
one with
magic
detect
cloak.
magic.
Yeah.
And the one who was detect magic is underwater.
Magical?
It is magical.
Oh,
Spellcraft?
spellcraft.
Not
Sione, spellcraft. She thinks that it might provide you transformative magic if only we were loved more by our humble bundled followers.
You could become a manta ray yourself.
It's every halfling's dream.
Becoming a manta ray? I thought that's a gnome dream.
Well, it's a halfling today because somebody didn't want to play a gnome.
Alright, I am going to step in this room and see what kind of books we have available in case Sela the Paladin needs to throw a book at somebody.
That's the current room?
Yeah.
Okay, you find a lot of dictionaries, including a common to Sylvan translation.
Oh, hey.
We may need that.
Yeah, then we have a Sylvan scroll.
They're all Sylvan-ish writing.
Well, Sylvan letters, but they're
letters,
written in
but-
verse.
Yep.
Okay.
And
But we
common.
may need it.
Okay. Alright.
So yeah. Okay, well, I think you've got what we need from this room.
Excellent.
Okay.
So let's pick up a dictionary.
A dictionary! Throw the book at it!
Yes. So can I
And,
smite somebody with a dictionary just for future
Yes,
reference?
you can. It would be an improvised weapon, but I may have to give you the power of Twitch as a damage bonus.
Just for future reference. I may need to have
Absolutely.
This may need to happen.
You'd have to accept the power of one of our more linguistically inclined deities, though. So if you were to smite in the name of Asmodeus, I could give you a bucket of D6s.
Nope. Not happening.
Think about it. Atonement only needs to happen at the end of the adventure.
Dark Archive.
Okay, so we have our uncomfortable room of
It's a good
discomfort.
place to be.
You can keep telling yourself that. I am going to continue to bask in the glow of Iomade.
By now the flames have been put out.
Yes. I'm no longer smoking hot.
So, do we want to do anything with that next room?
Yes. Ready in action and then, like, bust open the door.
Well, not going to ready an action out of combat, but I'm sure our response will allow us, because, honestly, you're going to be shocked by what's inside here.
Shocked.
Shocked and appalled. And
They weren't ready for what was
and honestly,
behind the
there's
door.
no readying when they already know that there are at least 40 disgruntled gnomes outside.
Yes. I'd rather have a gruntled gnome than a disgruntled gnome.
We're about to discover what gruntled even means.
Yes.
Um,
It is the opposite of disgruntled.
Yeah, and we're actually getting really close to Manta Lem. Lem, can I get a swim check to see if you actually get to survive in time to be transformed?
Oh. How about that armor check penalty?
So, yeah, that happens to be your ID card, which says that you're Pathfinder number 7.
Which
what
says
is it?
I have 5 stars, so I am going to use it with my shirt as a
Okay.
reroll for
All
5
right.
stars to
Okay.
my roll. Come on! Save me!
1, 1, 1. Ooh! So that's a 9 on the die after your bonus for being a 5-star GM.
And a -1 for my strength.
So Lem, despite all of the
one-star
fortune that a
roll,
halfling
die
can
roller.
muster, goes underwater and is foundering because that's
Yeah.
the only thing that can happen to a halfling these days. So either way, opening the door?
Yes.
Fantastic! So the door opens up, a tiny little bit of water goes in, but because of Sela's engineering, it does not save Lem.
So basically just kind of sucked up against the dam. Is that how it happens?
Oh yeah, you're right. So Lem is like, oh please, oh please, oh please.
and
Boom! Like a fly against a windshield. So there is a waterfall coming from a drain in the ceiling,
Whoops.
which is further flooding this room.
Well, I guess we found out where it drained to.
But we get to learn that the Grand Lodge is apparently in the
learning
northern
things.
hemisphere, based on the way this flushes.
Oh, okay, good.
Um,
Good. I'm gonna write that down on my report.
The ceiling is 15 feet high, and beyond there are mounted animal heads that glower from virtually every inch of the wall.
Ew.
many of them
Specimens
are
are under the dark water as well, with antlers, horns, and claws breaking the surface here and there. There's a large gilded cage that is full of floating taxidermied birds,
Oh dear.
as well as a rather damp Pathfinder.
Him
who
again?
looks like this. Yeah, him again. And he is currently trying to hold his head above water
Does he have teeth?
He has a few teeth.
Does he have more teeth than he should?
He has fewer teeth than he should, and a couple things happen as we open this door. First off, in desperation, Lem turns into a manta ray, activating the cloak of the manta ray.
Yes.
Second off, there is a strange little fairy person without wings, and she has the most horrendous dental work going on, because for a mouth that was made to hold maybe, let's say 28 teeth, she in fact has a mouth that is full of, let's say 60, and several of them from different species that were not made to have their teeth pulled.
Floss
And
every
in
day,
addition,
kids.
there are two, count them two, tiny little friends with giant pliers that they are clacking, going hee 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 hee. And the toothful little fairy person looks over and is like, and your friendly owl and albatross say, oh, she's really happy to see you. She'd like to have your incisors.
No thanks.
Clack, 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 clack.
I traded this page of the bestiary for like 3 pages of spiders to not have this.
Oh no.
It'll always come back to get you.
The power of charity compels you, Judy. So let's get initiative.
So you're telling me I have to fight my boss?
I have asked the chat to vote on whether Lem should be killed or saved.
Oh no.
So
Is this another one of those 100%ers?
not yet. No, but when a convenient time comes, I will tell me, and I will let you know how chat has voted.
You got it. Also, chat, I would love to hear whose teeth we should lose first.
You're making me fight my boss. This is rude.
Yeah, and in fact, since we're at 5,000 right now, which is a great point, I'm going to say we're going to do a smaller little stretch goal here, where if we have 5,200, I'm going to say that every time I pull a tooth, I pull 2 teeth. Because for you. So let's go ahead and get initiative.
Oh dear. Initiative. Oh, I get nothing. Oh.
Oh, you're kidding
God.
me.
There it is.
Alrighty.
So about your dental work.
Let me know if you beat 18.
I could have used
I
that
know.
on the skills. Yes, 20.
20? Okay.
Use that on a swim
So, Mantalem, you, sir, are the first one to go. And then it will be my delightful fairy squad, followed by the rest of us.
Okay. Is anything within reach of the
Mantalem.
water?
Oh, let me go ahead and put a couple of these guys on. You're right.
Yeah, Mantalam does whatever a manta can.
Yeah, and also, you can now... Hey, Lem! You're toothless! You're safe!
Yes! Damn it!
Okay.
Want that cloak.
That's more teeth from Risiel.
So many atonements.
Okay. Because I can... But I'm not mouthless.
That's true.
So...
You can gum
You
them.
can filter feed.
Can you, yes.
Yeah,
So I
nice.
will blurb underwater my song of the manta ray.
Oh, sing to me again the sweet song of
And
the
I will
manta.
start swimming
Is it a
in-
water ballet?
So, can you give me one more swim check with a +8 bonus as you free willy over the shelf?
24. So I
Slap!
will
And over
slap
on the
myself
side.
into there.
And indeed, there is a happy little burbling that is strangely inspiring.
There you go.
Excellent.
I
This
feel
brings
better.
us to the power of tooth pulling. Dentistry says we have not yet reached our stretch goal, which means that it's slightly safer for Sela, who's in front. Behold the power of Tooth Fairy. Ooh, double 17s. Yes! This
Behold
is
the power
best.
of root scraping.
Should have made the birds go first.
Should have made the birds go first. Alrighty, so they both fly over and like, whee! Teeth for the teeth god!
No.
And they put their pliers into your mouth, and they both yank and kick off, and they pull out 2 teeth.
No!
And
No!
this deals 2 points of charisma damage,
Ow!
and also you're taking 1 point of bleed.
Ow! Do not like.
And remember, if you want Sela to lose 4 teeth next round, if we hit 5,200 humble bundles, then I will totally pull more teeth. We get to double the dentistry action.
All right. Is that a heal check?
It could be either that or it's a strange little elf with a pair of pliers on a misfit toy island. So either way, that's what you got. So that brings us to also Lady Gormandel, who is going to start singing in her happy la 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 la. She sticks her head underwater just for funsies, so she can burble to you as well, like a little kid who always tries to sing underwater, and everybody's like, "What the hell's going on?" I need will saves. This is
Oh.
a sonic
I
effect.
think I'm really bad at those.
Because she's doing a singing thing.
Oh.
Would this be a... Oh.
Yes, I love your dice.
Would this be a fear thing? Is
No! No, it's a mind-affecting sonic compulsion, or charm.
All right.
Oh.
It's not an
No.
enchantment. Sorry, Elf. Next time.
15?
15.
15? Nope.
15
Nope.
for me.
8.
8.
Uh-oh.
So we've asked chat whose teeth they have the biggest grudge against, and 25% has said Sila's teeth. 14% have said Lem's teeth. 4% have said John Compton's teeth.
I was about to say, I'm concerned that you're leaving some big percentages that leave me open.
And over 50% have said Mauriciel's teeth.
The people, Judy, have spoken. Prepare to be edited. Alrighty.
Oh, we hit it.
I'll just bleed all over.
Excellent. And in fact, they have doubled their dentistry power
Oh.
thanks to your adoring fans. Alright, cool. So this brings us to... oh, right. Everybody failed that save, didn't they?
Yep.
So everybody has gone from, oh, geez, they're pulling teeth, to, what is that majestic sound? I should go over and I should just shake her hand. She sings so well. So you are all captivated and compulsed to head on over and see what's what. And go ahead and put those little red dice near the door because they are pulling Sila's teeth.
All right.
And cackling about it. So yeah, Mauriciel, it's actually team, not fairies. It's your turn.
Oh, goody.
In any order you want.
Team, not fairies, and we're compulsed. What are we compulsed not to do?
You're compulsed to go over and basically say Lady Gormandel's awesome, because she's awesome.
Oh my god, you're amazing! I rolled a 6 for my initiative, so.
Yeah, I'm at an 8.
Okay.
So I'll join you over there.
Oh my god, I love your song! You're gonna
Everything's so wonderful.
I heard there was like a goblin jug band. Could we get a fairy jug band?
Just like you blow atop the cross of fairies and they make sounds.
Does that not work?
Off the top.
Well, we're about to find out.
Okay.
Okay, so, and Lem?
You're so pretty. You're so
Sela will, of course, head on over and think that this is
gosh.
wonderful.
This is great.
I would like to swap to counter song.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay. You're going to do a little sing-along?
I'm going to do a little sing-along.
Make me a perform check.
You're gonna be like that person
I'm
singing
going to give you a
out of tune.
-2, though, because you are a manta ray.
You don't know my song.
And that's the most generous thing I can do for a creature without vocal cords.
23.
23! Oh my god.
Right.
So she's like, la 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 la, everything's wonderful, when suddenly the piercing, wonderful note of wow, and a little series of bubbles, like a fetid tar pit,
Excuse me.
bubbles up, and it's like, blah, blah, blah,
Blah.
and suddenly it's, oh my gosh, how can we forget Lem? No, Lem is the most beautiful.
Lem is amazing.
You are no longer captivated.
As I've stated frequently and often, bards are
Stabby,
awesome.
stab, stab, stab.
But you know what? Everybody spent their turn being all captivating. I'm going to have to come up with a new challenge because I don't know if 4 teeth is going to be enough.
Oh my gosh, Lem.
Burble, burble. I think that we've teased Lem enough though, and I think that Lem has proven that he has true and utter worth in this party. So I'm going to say that if we reach 5,600, which is another 300, Lem is going to gain some sort of crazy superpower manta ray attack. Because honestly, Lem has never done physical damage in his life, and this is a way to change things up.
Can't you do like sonic damage because
attacks.
nothing deals sonic damage except like your attack.
You know what? You know what resists sonic damage? Proteans. All right, so so be careful. Oh, critical teeth! What's your CMD, Mauriciel?
Uh-oh.
Critical teeth. Critical
It's
teeth.
a 20.
Critical teeth.
Plus no.
No, it's just straight 20.
All right. So
Plus a twitch appeal.
so one of them flies past Mauricio, and she's like, nope, nope, nope. There's a
nope,
whole bunch
nope,
of nope,
nope, nope.
and you dodge past it, only to shove your face
Fade to black.
into the pliers of the other one, like some sort of abyssal retainer, that then yanks upon your creaking dental work,
Oh no.
and you lose. Oh, let's roll 2d4 and see how many teeth.
Oh.
Oh, seven teeth! It's just like, oh, elfin dentition. It even takes one of the wisdom teeth, so hey, at least you don't have to deal with that later on.
Yeah.
I know.
The dangers of not flossing, kids. You're saying it.
I know, exactly.
They're doing this for our own good.
And she, in one fell swoop, just like does a backflip in midair and flings the teeth straight back to Lady Gormandel, who swallows them and throws several more teeth out the side of her face.
Those were mine!
Those were mine!
They say she doesn't care. They translate in Sylvan. Right. So this brings us to, Lady Gormandel, who's going to try and stab you because nobody outdoes her music. Oh, wait, you're all in front of her. Very well. I shall flutter up a little bit and fire a crossbow into the water, which is one of the dumbest things I can do mechanically. But I will do this to kill the manta ray that has made me look bad, and I will get equal numbers on both dice, which is terrible for a d20.
Does that movement upward
It
provoke
is.
attacks of opportunity?
You know what? I think it should.
All right!
There we go.
Let's roll some
Come on,
terrible
guys.
dice. Terrible dice.
Nope.
Does 19 hit?
19 hits.
Alright.
Also, Wes,
How
can
about
you let me know what Sion's supposed to do, too?
Ooh.
Because she's sitting on a bunch of spell slots, but she also has this scroll that apparently
Yeah.
summons weird things.
She's got
Actually,
the
the
Gormandel
has
scroll.
come up quite a few times.
All right, I'm on board with this.
8 points of damage.
8 points. Oh, no.
Does a 15 hit? I don't think so.
Skewer!
A 15 does not hit.
Okay.
And you're using your rapier?
Of course.
Okay, well, you stab in, and because she is fey, it only does a little bit of damage because they're resistant to everything but cold iron.
But they're resistant to a boot to the face.
No, nor are they immune to a shoe on the head.
Oh.
Which is why Sione is pulling out the scroll! And she is shouting out, "Behold the power of worm!" And, let's see, let's go ahead and make this, let's make this red D8. This is going to be our worm. Go ahead and put it, do you want it to go after the Tooth Fairies, or do you want it to go after Lady Gormandel?
Well, I think we know what Judy's
She
bonus
has my
gonna be.
She has your teeth. Okay, so go ahead and put it near her as a two-legged dragon worm pops out and is clambering, like, it pops out near the ceiling, and it quickly, like, squirrels its way down, slithering between a lion head and a water buffalo.
18 knowledge religion. Is that a protean?
No.
No.
But knowledge arcana, I think,
Nope.
would do this.
Nope.
And it goes to take a bite out of the toothy one. It's a tassel worm.
Ooh.
I like tassel
good
worms.
times.
It's going to bite her in the head. It's going to add a few teeth of its own. Ooh, yeah! And it bites her for 10 points damage, by which I mean 5. But then it grapples her, and now her head is inside its mouth. And she's like, "I'm the prettiest singer of them."
Nope.
Excellent. Alrighty, cool.
No,
Team,
no.
it's you.
I need my teeth back.
We'll get him later.
I already did it later. When do we take our
Really
bleed
not
damage?
bad at delayed gratification.
Yes.
Alright, let's get in one more combat
Alright,
round and see what we can do.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, the power of Manta Ray compels you. You tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you what you do.
I would like to swim up
Yeah.
and stick my spike in her.
Okay, well, fortunately, you have this amazing ability to basically fire a shock spike, which is your superpower lightning ability. And by shock, I mean sonic damage, because
Okay.
you're right. Nothing
Sonic-
does sonic
sonic
damage.
damage.
Like
Yeah.
a halfling who's a manta ray.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Oh.
Can you do it?
Ooh!
Natural 20!
Confirm that!
Confirm.
Show us that it was all worth it!
Do it. Oh,
Yeah, alright.
let's see. Let's see.
You had at least 4.
I do.
Yes, confirmed critical hit.
All right. Superpower limb. Go.
There you go. You have, the following is your spike damage. These are your sonic.
Woo!
Roll high.
So 11.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So 11
okay.
points of damage
More than you've
flies
ever done
through
in
Lady
fight.
Gormandel, who explodes like a 4th of July full of dentures. And a swarm of teeth, some of them mercials, I'm sure you recognize your own teeth, fly across the room. And the little tooth fairies just go agape, and they start screaming, and they start running.
There's a range of festive pattern on the wall, is what I'm wondering.
Yes, indeed. A couple of them even lodge themselves in like taxidermied creatures.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they are running away, and that is the end of this
Sorry.
combat.
Blart!
Yay.
Bye! Give that back!
Excellent,
I'm just
excellent.
gonna swim around.
Yeah.
Most damage I've ever done in my life.
So strange. So you've looked around and you found 4 different scraps, but it looks like there's definitely some area toward the bottom that there should be more scroll to.
Hmm.
Huh, where have we not looked yet?
Mistress Coy?
Oh, Mistress Coy. And also, there's a guy in a cage too.
Oh, yes. Wait a
Is he
minute.
secretly the foxy guy?
I think it's the other way around.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Quite frankly.
Doesn't bode well.
Paladin senses tingling!
Oh, please help. They took away all my keys.
Detect evil.
He's not evil.
Oh, good. Oh, you poor guy.
But is he chaotic?
Please help
I
me.
couldn't
I'm
know.
a Pathfinder. My name is Wormhole.
Right, so who's the other wormhole?
Well, the other Wormhole.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean the other Wormhole?
Oh, dear. We should,
Start butting up against the cage.
yeah, boink. Hey, you should disable the device and open up that cage.
Yes.
Rogue,
Doesn't get killed.
I'm going to ignore the possibility of how you learned how to do this. A lot.
I'm sure you didn't practice on
today.
innocence.
Yeah, so 24.
Fantastic. You open the cage. He's like, oh, thank you so much.
Cure light wounds to help with them.
Sure.
Yeah, well, I can use the wand.
Okay. So you're able to heal him a little bit.
Yeah,
Magic
pull
doesn't
for
take to
pull,
put your
so.
teeth back in.
Alrighty. So he heals up a little bit. Thank you. That's a little bit less uncomfortable. What do you mean, other Wormhole?
There's somebody out around who's wearing your face.
Oh no! It wasn't that redheaded guy, was it?
Well, I wouldn't know. He was wearing your face.
Oh, that makes sense.
Luckily not
Literally.
Uh,
I've heard about that. That's bad.
I'm not in trouble, am I?
Yes, you are.
Oh, God.
yes, you are.
So you're here to help, right?
Yes.
Oh,
So-
that's reassuring.
So, the scroll. Where's the other piece?
I don't know. It fell into lots of pieces when I read it. But it had like words about. Oh, geez, what's that? The tassel worm is just like.
Don't look. Don't look at that.
Okay, so yeah, there were lots of pieces, and I think the guy I saw ran off with a couple of them.
Uh-oh. Oh dear. Well, he sounds like a grand individual we should catch up with and have a sit down and a chat.
Alright, so because we're running a little short on time, I'm going to go ahead and flip us over to that area. Al and Albatross are content not to join in this last part, but
You're like,
it's
nope,
totally
we're
cool.
good.
Alrighty, so go ahead and put yourselves over in that lower left corner that you see, because that leads up to our scriptorium, where Wormhole was sent to go copy things. And by the time you get up there,
Dry land?
dry land.
Are you flopping around like a fish?
No, I will
No, the moment
shrug
that-
it out and
All right.
be back to lemness.
Okay.
Let me goodness.
Let me goodness.
So this blue die is going to be Creighton Shane.
Oh.
The green die is a crocodile.
Oh.
Which Creighton Shane is currently busy. And is this you, Sela, opening the door? Go ahead and put
Of
yourself in
course.
that hallway, please.
Okay.
New
Yes.
challenge.
What's that?
New challenge.
I think we can. I'm going to let it be the player's choice of what our challenge is.
Ooh.
So Creighton Shane is basically talking to this crocodile. He's like, "Oh yes, absolutely. Why don't we run these experiments? Absolutely." As you open the door, can I get a reflex save?
Oh dear. Maybe. We'll see.
Your favorite save?
My favorite save of all with a +4 and a 13.
13. So as you open the door, a huge wealth of jars and bottles crash down on you, dousing you in many colors.
Am I still greased?
You are no longer greased, but you
burned
sure
off.
do look like a worshiper of Shaylin gone wrong.
This clashes terribly, and I'm sure any follower of Shilin would tell me that.
Yep, indeed. So you are fluorescent at this point.
Oh,
You
right.
are
And in
not
fact-
fabulous.
And in fact, yes, Creighton Shane is talking to a crocodile. He's like, "Oh, fantastic. I trust you found things so far?
Yes.
Good. Fantastic. I'm busy here researching books, because books are what I research. Isn't that right?" Says the crocodile.
Motive on Creighton, actually
Absolutely.
on both of them.
Yeah.
I can take that and or a perception check.
I will take a natural 20 on a sense motive, which will give me a 28.
My goodness.
Yeah. Motive?
Or
Hey,
17.
I'm still busy in the manta ray mode.
You're like, yeah, I'm good.
Alrighty, so you're able to see through. What do we have? We had 20,
28.
17,
10.
10, 28. Oh my gosh, this guy is complete
Cool.
disguise. first off, even though Creighton Shane is kind of eccentric to the point where he would actually talk to a crocodile if he
I
was
think that's not unusual.
But you can tell some inconsistencies in how he acts, as well as some of his verbal mannerisms, and the fact that, like, despite being Creighton Shane, a red mustache, and the fact that you have a guy named Vermal right behind you, who totally was the one who was sent up here.
Right.
Yes. Well, go ahead and go back to work. I'll be busy doing exactly what I'm doing here, which is researching a way to solve the problems. Yes.
You'll be doing Creighton Shaney things. Right.
Well, I've been told that I do that sometimes. Yes, Creighton Shane. That's my name.
I got a joke for you.
What's that?
Knock knock.
Oh goodness! Are you casting hideous laughter?
I am.
No.
Knock knock.
Wait, are you casting on me or the crocodile?
Stab,
I'm
stab.
casting it on Creighton Shane.
You got it, Creighton Shane. Whoa, what's the DC?
15.
Creighton Shane don't care about your jokes, but that is calling his bluff quite a bit. He's like, whoa! I gotta say, perhaps we have a bit of a misunderstanding, you see. And his visage shifts, and he turns into the most devilishly handsome fox person you've ever seen.
Well, he's debonair.
He is debonair. I say that I'm the finest kitsune there ever was. You may have heard of me. I don't necessarily know my name, but I'm sure it's famous the land about. All I'm trying to do is get out, you see. There's Mistress Coy. She's about there. She's completely madcap crazy. She keeps on vomiting water and saying that I should live in a scroll, and that apparently I pissed off the eldest, and that I should be trapped for eternity and things like that. But honestly, eternity is a really long time. I was hoping to run around and go back to impressing people and...
Back up about 3 sentences.
What?
You broke the law.
Well, if you think about
You're
it.
responsible for my teeth.
Whoa. This sounds like a little bit of
Malice aforethought?
Malice aforethought, perhaps, but by somebody who could...
This is premeditated.
Trust me, anybody as devilishly handsome as I could not do such a terrible crime.
So you're saying your crimes are premeditated?
Oh goodness. I'll tell you what. We have reached 6,000 watchers, and I admit we do only have a few minutes to go. So tell you what. How about I just give you the remainder of the scroll, and we can conclude this in an equitable fashion. And perhaps I could...
Oh god, different fonts! Alright.
Yes. Unfortunately, the Sylvan are known for their craziness and hatred of all things editorial and typographic.
We got more crocodiles.
We got more crocodiles.
More fish.
More fish. And so you're able to take this guy over to Mistress Coy. Mistress Coy is like, oh, finally what's going on?
You're taking him back to the first grove.
Oh!
And the water.
And the water.
And you.
And
there seems to be a bit of a problem, you see. This scroll, while complete and in pieces, seems to be missing its trigger words. Like, I need to know what the name of this wily rascal was in the first place.
Well, see, we have different capital letters that are enhanced on this particular scroll.
This is true.
So...
Caught.
Could it be just cocklet?
Oh no! And the scroll begins twining itself back together, and a whirlpool of motion begins sucking the kitsune, the handsome debonair kitsune, who I'm sure we'll all remember.
He's very dash cunning.
Is drained into this as though you had pulled the plug on the grand bathtub of the Grand Lodge, and some of the other fae start to go into there as well, including Owl and Albatross, who are just like, and as they like come up from the stairs, like bounce, ow, ow.
Enjoy the salmon.
The best suspicious. And Mistress Coy happily agrees that this is a great deal of whatever it was she agreed to, and she will happily swim into the scroll as well, and all the water gets sucked up into it as well, and everything is left bone dry. Creighton Shane comes back down. The real Creighton Shane is like, so was there a problem?
No. Took care of it.
Great, so nothing was wrong.
Smile.
Wasn't there water?
We'll be sure to give you the full details in our report.
Try and grab Vermil by the ear. Not quite reaching the ear. And this rascal needs some extra duty.
Oh, okay. Well, there's nothing to clean up.
No, he needs extra duties.
Yes, indeed. Let's go ahead and start cleaning up so we can make room for the next set. But while we're going, Creighton Shane does ask you to make sure that you show him any of the magical items you found so you don't take away anything too dangerous, Lem.
I just got it.
Oh no, it's a cacophony of sound.
50 cloak.
He's like, did you take the Darkland's precepts?
No. No.
I did not.
Do you want to make me a bluff check as we clean up?
I will.
Good.
Ooh.
Good.
Ooh, with a 17 on her
Reasonably,
roll.
potentially good.
Not my problem.
29.
29.
Oh, jeez.
So Len lies at the side of his neck.
He does.
Oh, I did not take it at all.
Well, I suppose a handsome manta ray like you would never lie to a Master of Scrolls,
No,
who's
I
one of
spent
the
the-
reigning authorities here, like me. But I think that'll do. So that's going to wrap up Overflow Archives, which was great fun. I'm glad that everyone could join us, including
Excellent.
Judy Bauer, Liz Courts, and Tonya Woldridge.
Thank you, everybody.
And
Thank
we're
you, John.
making room
Thank you.
for, I believe, James Jacobs. Is that right, Wes?
All right,
Fantastic.
James Jacobs. In, out.